Hey, this is Calvert Haunting. You're listening to the Unbelievers podcast.
There were several groups. One of the principal ones was the reptilians from the Orion complex.
Without any exaggeration, it was like being on fire inside.
Grass for eating on this side.
This stuff was in my mouth. It felt like it was 500 degrees. It was unbelievably hot.
My first question would be, were you a member of the Church of Satan, a card-carrying member of the Church of Satan?
I don't understand.
There's always an argument for everything, you know? Just because somebody can fake something doesn't necessarily mean it's
and we found a life form. And that's when I started shitting my pants.
So for the person who called, I am carrying an alien.
An alien, and we covered right here, okay?
Okay.
Something is happening. What is it? That's the question. So do UFOs exist? It depends on what you mean exist.
Yes, hello, and welcome to the Unbelievers podcast show here live on YouTube. I'm Russ Ryan, and joining me as always, oh, look, it's Drea Mora. Hello, Drea.
Look. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing tonight?
Good.
I'm doing good as well. I'm doing great because we are also joined by celebrity guests for this evening. It is Nick Simons, TV's Nick Simons, Big Nick. Hello, Nick.
Celebrity. Z-list paranormal celebrity Nick Simons is joining us this evening. I'd like to give a special shout out to Silent Echo asking if I was the guy hanging in the attic. No, I'm not that pretty. That his mustache was something. I think
we all wish we could be the guy in the attic.
Yeah, I think I was probably like 3 or 4 when that picture was taken. So no, it was not me.
No,
shame.
We will find out more about, what are we talking about? Why are guys hanging in the attic? Because tonight we're going to get to a pretty wild and controversial haunting, and I couldn't have a better group of people together to do this. So we're going to get into it now. It is time for the San Pedro Haunt.
Hey, it's a poltergeist. Hey, it's a poltergeist. Oh my goodness, it's a poltergeist. Things are moving all around. What the heck is going on? Did that thing over there just move? I didn't move it, and neither did you. It must be a poltergeist.
You're right. Yes, thank you, Paranormal Song Warrior, for bringing us into tonight's special presentation
Fighting
of these.
Good fight.
That's amazing,
isn't it? He's so talented.
That's like the end, the song they play at the end of Open Lines on Coast to Coast.
Is that good?
Yeah. You know
about,
that
listening to Coast
song.
Yeah, we covered that guy.
Well, I never knew there was monsters in my closet.
Yeah, we've covered him. That is, I can't even remember his stupid name right now. Alien Nick or something like that, or whatever his face is. Yeah, we've actually talked about him. We did a little deep dive into him a couple of months ago. But speaking of deep dives, that's what we're getting into tonight, because I have a little backstory on this story we're going into tonight, this San Pedro haunt, and I've got a great story from trusted news source, the LA Times. In the winter of 1988 and 89, Jackie Hernandez was pregnant with her second child, but this happy event was overshadowed by a marriage as rocky as a Malibu landslide. Some great writing. This is the LA Times. Kind of expect that. Driven by the torments of unhappy wedlock, she left her husband and moved with her 2-year-old son, Jamie, to a drab turn-of-the-century bungalow in San Pedro. And that, according to Hernandez and her friends, is when trouble began, when a sad but commonplace domestic drama took a hair-raising turn down Weird Street.
I don't know
Weird Street. I've been there many times.
Man, I'm missing out. I need to find that place.
Yeah, we need live reports from Weird Street. But there's more. During the next 3 years, Hernandez, now 30 at the time of this, allegedly became a flesh and blood magnet for at least 2 ghosts, one benign, the other vengeful. Both spirits seem to thrive in her presence, plugging into her like viruses, burrowed into a fresh and particularly vulnerable victim. The benign one, she says, led her to his grave, 13 blocks from the bungalow where he had lived before his death in 1913. The other, quote, took my fear and got energy from it, Hernandez says. The more scared I got, the stranger it got. And most unusual and disturbing, she says, was that the haunting continued after Hernandez had moved from her star-crossed San Pedro cottage. The ghost, it seemed, followed her, wreaking havoc wherever she went, including a remote trailer in northern Kern County. The Hernandez case is nearly in a class by itself, says Barry Taff, a Los Angeles parapsychologist who led a team to investigate her claims. And that is what we will witness tonight, because the tapes of this investigation, the San Pedro investigation, were collected into a promo VHS tape, which actually have some mysterious tape. It just says the San Pedro promos.
Damn, they let you get your hands on that.
I can't really disclose my sources now. I'll never say that. I'm gonna fire up this old VCR that I have hooked here as we're gonna check this out. This promotional tape from a documented haunting known as the San Pedro Haunt. Let me check the tracking. Okay, we got it. Oh, it worked. Someone rewound it too.
They were very kind.
I feel like I'm watching Boggy Creek.
Same vibes, yeah. Don't be spooky. Don't be spooky.
What did this woman really see? Was it hallucination, imagination, or a bona fide apparition?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's fucking up.
It was here that began a chain of events which bewildered the hardest of skeptics and changed the destiny of one woman's life.
Every time I've seen him, he's always been cross-legged. He's got a grayish...
I agree with you. We had a little behind the scenes, we had petitioned Dre to get this kind of microphone, which we will see a lot tonight in this. So,
yeah, I think it's a good move.
All right, let's get in. This is the guy we have to look out for, which I made sure to get a screenshot of so we can reference whenever we need. But what is his deal? Let's find out.
He looks like he's a corpse. It looks like a corpse. And he's got a grayish tone to him, and he's wearing a red flannel shirt, and his shirt is tucked in. His pants are high waters, and they're like the old gas attendant's pants.
And I felt this force pushing my back.
Wait, hold on. Don't censor this.
Back.
I got it. I made sure to grab this. So
that looks like something from an erotic story.
Some spooky butt touching going on.
Yes.
So yeah, I am trying to, but this looked like they had a court stenographer come up or a court artist come upstairs in the attic to make sure to get this great image of what's going on here. I had to get it real quick. You see, they don't give you much, but
that's a good freeze frame right there of that guy.
That's probably the exact same face that he made when his
I do believe that is Jeff Wheatley. Is that him?
Wheatley, yeah, Jeff Wheatley, the photographer and investigator, one of the main, pretty much the star. We're gonna learn of this. It's like this is one of those cases, where it's like, fuck the guys who this happened to. We were more worried about the investigators. The investigators are the real story here.
Hand just pushing my back. I witnessed it, right? And you were right there.
For the first time, an American parapsychologist and his crew had stumbled upon what may well be considered one of the greatest hauntings ever documented on videotape.
But their analysis of the first, liquid was that it was human blood mixed with iodine, high copper content. It was human male blood, and it was very a lot of rust in it, oxidation, and it also it was very old. So we're left with a case of incredible uniqueness, and one that...
Okay, sorry, I had to pause right there on him. He's definitely feeling it. This is one of those cases with that kind of physical residue, blood and rust and whatever.
Yeah. That's kind of a big deal.
And then documenting it too. Like, I feel like we're going to see a lot in this, that there's things that happen in here, which we kind of associate with ghost lore that you never really see anymore. Nick, is it very common to see, traces of blood and whatever the hell that was as part of an actual case?
Oh, it happens all the time. It's like I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god!" But now it's just like, "Yeah, there it is, right on time." Here comes the blood semen out of the the cup cabinet. No, this is really the only case I can think of where you have something like this, where they have a next to the Wild West days of the turn of the century when mediums had like ectoplasm coming out of their mouths and stuff. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
this is
allegedly.
really the only other time I've seen. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah, we
This
don't
is
want
the
to get
only
in
other
trouble
time.
with Victoria or turn of the century investigators here. They're like, I
Yes.
never said that. Oh, they're playing it.
Bah, bah,
Mom, the
humbug
walls are
you.
bleeding again. That's what I think immediately
Yes.
too. Right?
Right.
I feel we'll probably
So allegedly then, allegedly now. Here we are.
Yeah, in the prime too, in the 80s here.
with greater scrutiny
Yeah.
and analysis, stand up as being one of the most unique cases that we've investigated, at least.
And also, yeah, I don't know. This is supposed to be actual footage. Like, if you're investigators, I know she's probably a member of the family. I had to keep this. She's almost reminds me of one of our crowd reaction people that we can have into something. Well, not her. She's of a different type. She's of a different type. But yeah, great. And this is one of the main images you'll see. I mean, the very frightened. I'm guessing it's Jamie Hernandez
On this coast in the last 22 years.
I was shooting behind over my shoulder, maybe into the third frame. All of a sudden, it just pulled out of my hand. Nothing. I couldn't feel anything on my hands, but I could feel the camera being. And I hold a camera pretty steady when I'm shooting that slow shutter speed. So I had on.
It's sort of grabbed that out of my hand. In that case, you grabbed the whole thing out of my hand.
What caused this?
Man, if the camera would have been just panned slightly up while he was going on, we could have seen a ghost reaching from an attic and snatching something.
Just this
That's kind of
spooky
trippy.
hand. Just
She's just looking up there. All right, let me hold my camera up really, really high. And yeah, speaking of cameras, that I'll give it that they got some pretty good tech in here. That this camera doesn't look like 89 camera for some reason. You picture more bulky. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
They went from shooting the Super Bowl to investigating a haunting.
Yes. We got to see if the Super Bowl is somewhere in California that year.
35 millimeter camera to rock back and forth in full view of witnesses. Those who saw it swear no one was touching the table, and there was no vibration of the floor whatsoever.
There are no trucks or any traffic going by. It's a residential area.
This is a real commentary on modern times right here. A cameraman filming a camera, filming whatever, being shaken by a ghost.
Yeah.
Look at that little camera. I'm pretty sure in '89 the cameras were, shoulder mounted still, weren't they?
They got some good tech here. These guys are for real. They got some good.
No, that one does look like it's from the 90s. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean these are time traveling investigators. But so this is kind of the conceit here is that even though there's 20 people in this house doing God knows what, running in the attic, doing everything.
Yeah.
There's no trucks or trains or anything going on. We swear this camera is just going nuts.
Oh my goodness.
So it turned off. It timed out, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Is that what it
they
is?
do that? They would just, after some time, they would just turn off. That's why that thing does look like it's from the 90s, not the 80s, but yeah, what do I know?
Could be a dead battery. I don't know what would cause the camera to auto adjust like that. Pretty good.
What's going on with my screen? My screen keeps flickering and it's freaking me out.
Uh-oh.
It's never done this before. It's a pretty new laptop too.
San Pedro itself is coming for you.
Right?
Look out!
You're not allowed to say anything bad about San Pedro.
That was John Wayne Gacy, actually.
Yeah, this was Gacy's summer home, and he just decided to go there in the afterlife. Yeah, he does. And they go show it. He's got. Oh, we'll get to that. But yeah, he always depicted with a pig. All right, maybe that was spoilers, but let's get a little further in.
I got a picture of it. I think I got about 3 or 4 good shots of it. It's going around on the kitchen ceiling, and there's a light film of smoke up there, and I don't know where the smoke is coming from. But I got the lights that have been zooming around. There's been light beams dancing around on the ceiling, and then there was also
there it is. I couldn't see it until they circled it.
You can finally make it out, right? It looks like some kind of, is that like the bad guys in Star Trek ship or something? It's flying around their ceiling here.
They call us trashy in Iowa. I'm pretty sure we just saw a Culligan jug and fountain on somebody's front porch. Maybe that's the source of the flickering light there, huh?
Oh, okay, all right. I don't even know what the Culligan jug is, but
the water cooler that was sitting on the front porch that you normally keep inside. Yeah.
They've got so many people tromping around this house. They're like, someone's gonna knock this thing over. Like, we know they are. Just take it outside. Look, when you guys go take your break, go out there. We'll have water out there for you. You guys are gonna be here a while because there's a lot of spooky stuff. There's light ships.
Yeah, I mean, they're just down the street from Los Angeles, so they probably had the production crew bring it down. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh no, I hope that's not the case. I do feel like this is. I mean, if they're sending out VHS tapes that I'm getting my hands on, I don't know. They're really trying to pump this case.
What are these strange comets of light captured on both still and videotape? Scientists say they're unexplainable.
Oh no.
The character of the light was basically the same, and the kind of trajectory it followed was the same, and in each case there was no indication of any kind of a background shadow associated with the
ancient aliens hair.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, this is by LA. Is this young John Lovitz just being a character? He looks a lot like him.
Acting, thank you.
But we've gotten now already on this investigation. I gotta say,
there will be more on rods.
Okay.
Is there any new information on rods?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
all right, this is old information, but this house, Drea, it's also swarming with rods, and I don't think Jose or anybody,
Jose Escamilla is the rod guy.
But I've never heard him mention this case, and this case is stupid with rods, as we're gonna see. Watch how deep they go. Look,
quite unique.
These amazing images were videotaped by cameraman Barry Conrad. They may prove to be among the most startling pieces of evidence yet supporting the reality of ghosts.
Okay,
you
so
can
ghosts.
See the wings on that one,
right? Yeah.
No, ghosts are rods. And and I gotta say, I'm confused myself. I don't even bother. I think every guy in this is named Barry. There's like Barry Taft and Barry Gordon and Barry Gibb and Barry Larkin. There's like so many Barrys in this. So, well, I'll never keep them straight. But let's
Too
see
many berries.
Oops, all berries.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. Shit.
I never said that.
But I wish
I'm
I
missing
did.
something here.
At the house in San Pedro, did something grab from your hands a camera that you could not visually see?
Yes.
Are these people?
Now, this is going to look confusing. This is some later footage we'll get into later, but that's the guy doesn't have his mustache here, so he's not easily identifiable, but that is the guy, Jeff.
I knew I recognized him from somewhere.
Yes. Which I made sure, I'm pretty sure I made sure to get ready for him.
He's the one outlier. He's not a Barry. Maybe his middle name is Barry.
Oh, shit. Jeff Barry.
Jeff B. Whitley.
Telling the truth? Extensive voice stress analysis proved that they were.
All three of them present definitely answered the questions truthfully. I tried to act while I was giving the test, as you can see on this tape, that I was not one way or the other.
This is a USA expert? I'm having trouble.
VSA?
Okay.
1776, brother. Let me tell you something.
It is hard to tell. I've got the little bar underneath the bottom here.
The Second Amendment. I'm a USA expert.
Listen, I was born here. I think I'm an expert.
It's a great name, though. Bruce Wood. All right, Bruce Wood is he's kind of the voice of reason, scarily enough.
Trying to be right in the middle, trying to be a skeptic, trying to, you tell me if you believe it.
This is such an early computer. It's such an early computer. The first thing it prints out, 01, 001.
Yeah.
It's like its first
Helen
words.
Helen Keller would have been there going, oh, shit.
Make me believe it. Try and trick my machine. It's a very high technical electronic piece of equipment. Can't be fooled.
It's got ones and
these
zeros.
People answered the questions all truthfully, as far as I'm concerned.
I love how he takes it as a challenge to his tech.
The terrifying events that transpired here have created a storm of controversy among investigators of the paranormal.
I felt something behind me, so I kind of I turned real quick, and as I turned, there was a head, and it was just the head, and it was coming for me, right towards me.
Okay, this is the head. I kind of spoiled it earlier, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be the same guy as this guy, similar pig nose, same artist, of course. The head.
Bodied head.
That's a pretty. That's a fucked up head that could be coming.
And I just freaked and just fell.
It looks like the Twilight Zone, like the people in the normal people in the Twilight Zone when the ladies had the mask on getting the surgery from that classic episode.
It's the kind of thing you always read about, but you think it's never going to happen.
Just draw a mustache on it.
But it did happen.
Hello.
What's wrong?
What happened?
Okay, so we get into.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff's greatest scene, and they're gonna come back to it for a little bit, but he is up in this attic right now.
I told you, get down, get down!
This was the most frightening event of all. Something had
Quick,
hung
take my
photographer Jeff Wheatcraft in the attic.
Okay, so Jeff Wheatcraft,
My name is Jeff.
his name is Jeff, and he has been attacked in this attic. So I think the series of events is whatever. That lady who was looking up kind of scared, handed her camera up there. It got taken away. So Jeff's like, don't worry, I got this. And this is how we end
Jeff, what happened? Put something around my neck. Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Jeff, get down
Oh
right
my
now.
God, I knew it when it was coming.
Please, get down, please. What is this, Barry? What is this? I don't know, just get down.
The destructive potential of the apparition was no longer in question.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go. What the hell happened? Are you okay, buddy?
Oh my God.
Look at his neck. Jeff, what's behind your neck?
I don't know what's on my neck.
Okay, I don't know what's on my neck, so it's coming down.
I don't know.
I've never seen a thing. So these are the great images. I'm guessing the other guy up there with the camera is just taking pictures of his poor buddy Jeff here, hanging, looking very precarious here. Here we go.
Yikes.
Piece of rope.
Oh, shit.
Gary, get down out of there, buddy.
Can you find my glasses?
Gary, Jeff.
Look at this.
Jeff, turn the camera.
Jeff, are you okay?
Jeff,
I'm fine.
Jeff, tell me what happened, buddy.
Well, I don't know, Gary.
Yeah.
I told Gary that there was nothing happening up there, and he turned around and came. He was coming this way. All of a sudden, I feel this thing around my neck, and it's got me hanging, and it's pulling on my leg. I was a.
Okay, so this is. I mean, it is almost Ghost Adventure-ish in its, but it's a little extra extreme. I don't remember anything like this from older cases, and they're swear by this is real, Drea. This is real.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
He was trying to do a little. What was that guy's name from Kung Fu that died trying to beat the clock?
Oh, John Carradine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't.
He was trying to do a little autoerotic asphyxiation up in the attic.
David Carradine. Yeah,
I was gonna say I thought it was David Carradine.
Carradine.
The ghost did it. The ghost got me.
Like, the ghost is trying to get me into these weird fetishes. It wasn't me, Your Honor.
And his buddy's filming it too. He's all into it. They're two up there like, what's all the
Jeff
noise?
Daniels here?
What's up? Yeah, now we became
David Coulier.
Jeff.
Daniels. No, that's fine because
My name is Jeff.
his name is Jeff, so it kind of works. All right. Sorry.
That's how he beat the voice stress test.
And hid from the ghost too. They would no one would recognize him. Jeff Wheatcraft. All right. Tell us about
Tremendous skeptic, I guess, but what happened to me was something way beyond what I'd ever thought that could possibly happen. It would have definitely killed me. It would have definitely killed me. I feel that. I really feel that now. All of a sudden, I had this thing around my neck, and it's pulling me like this, up and hooks me on something. Gary had to take me off.
And they're back.
Rods!
The goddamn rods are back. These rods are huge. They're here, and he has to regret wearing this shirt too. Somehow I think like this is kind of a weird shirt to be wearing for your great paranormal moment. I don't know.
What would be a better shirt in your opinion?
Anything cool? Yeah, it's just I don't know.
This
He looks like
that says country and western.
That's what makes it credible is people just wearing their ordinary ass clothes when they're not expecting to be, to have the spotlight on them.
Yeah, that's true. I'm picking on him, but I can't see shit. There's fucking rods.
I know you're
flying
wearing
around
a shirt.
There will be more on rods.
Practicing pole dancing in the attic.
Rope dancing even.
Yeah,
doing all kinds of shit.
They were doing their lasso act up in the room there, and then this guy shows up. Oh, no. Rods. Yes, and outside there's rods. That's a big rod.
That's a rod with wings.
Rods are flying in his head. They're trying to get in his mouth.
That one with.
There are wavy rods and bent rods too. Not all rods come the same way, believe me. All right. This rod's coming right for us.
Shoot it, Skeeter.
Look, it sees the gates closed, and this rod's like, wait, I can make it. They can go through the lattice. Wait, they just circled his crotch for there was no rod there. They're just like, hey, check this out.
That was his, sir, that was his belly button. Look at this Audi. Oh.
Now, this rod is actually huge. This is a big, long rod that they show a few times. It can be flying into this garage, or should I say the set from E.T., where E.T. was hiding in that California shed.
The events you've just witnessed have become recognized as the best documented evidence of the supernatural.
Oh, that's sad.
The best.
Sorry. The
what
little
are you even looking at?
I don't know. It looks like a little, it could be a little ship dropping bombs that a little kid drew or something. I don't know sure what.
It's a foot.
This is a light phenomenon that they've been seeing on the ceiling in here, along with the rods. They're very, keyed in on this. This is important stuff.
For further information about this program, please contact American Video Features, 4285 Tujunga Avenue.
Okay, we don't need to listen. So everybody take note if you want more. So this is part of the promo tape here. Now I'll say they cut this promo into about 4 different little bits like that, where each one, this was kind of the overview. Now we're kind of sucked in. I'm like, all right, at my video store, do I really want to keep this? And don't worry, if we want to refer back, I save the information. We can put it up at any time. If anyone wants to call them live during this and see if they're still, ask them, did that guy really get hung up there? What's up with the pig-nosed man? Is he okay? Is this a David Carradine situation? So yeah, so this is all
Zach Baggins buy the house and tear it down.
Right? Shit. That might have been better for it. Because then it would be, I don't know. Then it would get some real documentation. And it would have it would get the Baggins bump or whatever.
I don't know if they ever actually
was that street address?
It was on somewhere on Weird Street. That's all I remember. This is on Weird Street in just like a Weird Street, San Pedro house. I don't think the house has ever been, I don't know if it's been doxed. I wasn't going into deep and finding the actual address. I'm sure they probably walk across the address at some point. You can figure it out.
Oh no, I was trying to search the production company.
Oh, I have that anytime here.
There you go.
It's on Tujunga Avenue, 4285 Tujunga Avenue, North Hollywood, California. The number there. American Video Features. Maybe it said AVF expert. He was just an expert at working at that company. So this is gonna. So I want to ask you, Dre. You're probably maybe the only one of us. Have you ever been to San Pedro?
Yes, actually, I think the last show that I played with my old band was in San Pedro.
There you go. So you're kind of familiar with
At
the
Harold's.
area. So.
Yeah.
All right. At Harold's. Harold's cool. So yeah, I just want. You're at least familiar with this area. I've never actually been there, knowing what kind of place this is. So this was the first.
It's a weird spot to get to. Yes, you're right. It is south of LA and everything, but it's just like it's just in a weird like section.
It's an on-ramp now.
Oh, you found it. This is the production company. All right, we found where they're located.
Maybe they're under the bridge. Oh, it's 4285. Never mind.
Oh no, I ruined it. We could have just ran with it. It's fine. No, but so this is the first of 4 promos they put in here. This is kind of the overview. Now we kind of know what's going on with this case. We know someone gets hung, rods are involved. There might be there's rods flying around doing their thing, and
the winner was the locator, but the rods do work a lot better than I thought.
Rods work. I've got so many stupid rod things. Remember the rods crossed that one time?
And as you can see, my rods are crossing.
My rods are crossing too, because I'm excited to get to part 2. Because one of the things I kind of latched on in that first part of the promo was they're talking about ectoplasm. No, ectoplasm. Oh, come on. We all watch a lot of modern paranormal investigation shows. Ectoplasm is not in vogue at all. You never see it talked about. I think Ghostbusters kind of came around and crushed ectoplasm. It just seems like, cool ecto thing. It's kind of become almost a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they kind of took that over. That's kind of a Ghostbusters thing. If you're bringing up ectoplasm in a story now, it's like, all right, this thing's totally fiction. Not at the time. Not this, even though this was after Ghostbusters. The second part of this, all right, that we're going to get to, they get a little more into the ectoplasm element of all of this, which it's going to be great. So yeah, as you can see, it starts with that same little house. We can kind of start right here at part 2. Wow, how am I able to scrub a VHS tape? Don't worry about it.
He's got all the production equipment.
It's a newer one. And again,
That sounds
spooky
like
start.
Friday the 13th.
Now, also the intention of this is for someone to watch this tape and be like, all right, I want to get your movie. And so like they've already been scared for the first 10 minutes. Like, all right, we're gonna start again. It's not like you could just skip like a DVD. Like you've already know it's spooky. Like, let's get into it. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm getting scared, Barry. I can't stay here. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Scary Barry.
There were enough of you that had raised vibration in that house at the time to get that ghost going. You understand that for a ghost to operate.
Okay, and now just a little production note. I know it's 30 years
what's
too
her
late.
last name? What the fuck?
The font on this is terrible. You can't. She's wearing this light shirt, and she's basically.
Her last name looks like it's going to be funny.
I think her last name was going to get us.
F-A-G.
It's going to get us flagged. Yeah, that's maybe why they did it. We're going to get. But her name is Noni Faggio or something like that. And as you see, she wasn't part of the first one. What does she have to do with this? Let's find out.
Who's this lady? We need a backstory.
Come on, Noni. Let me find one angle of this shot to get your name. I don't think it's possible though.
Speak. He has to be energized. He takes.
Okay, it is. Never mind. I do see it now. Let's.
I am a child.
You guys have fun with it.
For nothing.
You guys have fun with it in the chat. Let's not get kicked off this earlier.
Your ectoplasm.
It's got two T's, so it's not like a hard T on the end of it. You got to like
what?
roll
The two
your
T's
T.
makes it soft. A soft T.
Yeah, you got to roll your T.
Don't try it. Don't try it. I don't trust your T's. Her whole name is a slur. It's like Noni, and then her last name. All right, yeah, this is why you got to watch the video version if you just listen to the audio somehow through an old transistor radio or something.
Feeds himself with it.
We need a shot of you going. Like, this is when you're filming at a house, are these some of the takes you need to do when you're doing an investigation? Like, we need at least one shot of you completely jerking your head in every direction.
That's what people do nowadays on YouTube, but instead it's all.
These guys are pioneers.
Just
with
the completely over the top, like over exaggerated expressions.
Worst investigation of my life again.
Okay, I'll just throw her in there too.
Their analysis of the first, I guess, liquid was that it was human blood mixed with iodine, high copper content. It was human male blood.
Was that Jesus in the toast?
There's a lot of Jesus in the toast moments.
Cinnamon
in
toast
this,
Jesus.
Yeah,
Cinnamon toast Christ.
Later, there's
Jesus in the lampshade this time. The hell of toast.
Yeah.
So we get to hear, it's male blood mixed with whatever, which I guess that equals ectoplasm, at least to these guys. So they're gonna get into a little more ectoplasm talk. Riveting. Oh yeah. We all remember.
Every time I've seen him, he's always been cross-legged. He's got a grayish, he looks like he's a corpse. It looks like a corpse.
Not me, I'm Jeff. Rod. This Rod, I don't get at all. Now, as you see, this is like
giant Rod.
I think it just comes through this little screen. It's almost like in Gremlins 2 when they ran out of Gremlins. They're like, how about one that just shoots through the TVs? They're like, well, got out of normal rods. I'll actually try to hit the rewind button. I just want to see this one. It doesn't come across the camera. It comes across the little interface. Look. Fuck kind of rod is that?
It wasn't.
That wasn't. That was cool. It's almost like it's showing us like I don't need to just fly around the baby carriage and into people's mouths and in their face and stuff. Like I'm in all this. It's like Shocker. Remember that movie?
No.
There was a guy who got executed and he like went in the power or something like that.
Sounds familiar.
It had a great
I'm not sure if
soundtrack.
I've watched it, but it sounds familiar.
It's like it's probably from around this time. It was like a heavy metal horror movie. All right, let's see. We've established, yes, they're doing all these established shots. Rods, they're back, they're here, but we want ectoplasm. Baby rod.
What we seem to be getting frequently are balls of light, corpuscular masses of light, dimensional in the sense that they're not flat, flying about the room, or arcs of light, as we've gotten in the entity case, which seem to be like trails of light.
Dang UFO.
Ooh! A light, a light, a light. Ooh! A light. That same light I saw before.
And in each,
he's doing his little act out about getting hung, and these rods are like, we're stealing your spotlight again, flying by. But man, a light, a light. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're very, very excited about these lights as well.
We know you're trying to beat the clock in the attic.
You guys were trying to do the David Carradine speed run upstairs, but you can't.
Yeah.
He can do the David Carradine in 12 parsecs.
Beat the clock.
They were up there like,
there it is, right there.
This is what they were actually seeing, was these guys going at it.
Case, there was no indication of any kind of a background shadow associated with the lights, and I found that quite unique.
Fire up the old ones and zeros machine. Here we go.
Yep. What's next?
That was his receipt for services.
Okay, here's your number, and
yeah,
make sure you hang on to that.
We're the first person to ever use this. It's like in Beetlejuice, they're taking a number. It's like, well, we've never actually used this. You're number one of 001.
Yeah.
The VSA is
the battery wasn't even in it.
Truthful.
Jeez.
I have to believe my equipment, so that makes me lean definitely toward more the side of yes, there are ghosts. Yes, there are aberrations.
Now
he's being raptured.
The fact that they bothered to take that shot. No, okay, this is him probably ascending into the attic, but they're like, let's get a real cinematic shot of your feet as if you were just being lifted up by a ghost. We could use this for whatever we want. And the girl's like, oh.
Oh.
Bye, Jeff.
Before the incident in San Pedro, I was definitely a skeptic, yes. It's the kind of thing you always read about, but you think it's never going to happen to you.
No, noticing this, now he's just ghost victim. He was like photographer, paranormal investigator before this. Now he's like, no. It's more, because I guess he's like, hey, this is my production company or whatever. I'm the get victim here. It's like, I thought this was about Jamie, the pregnant lady, and having to move around and being tormented. It's like it's all about, his name is Jeff. I don't have it right.
Well, I mean, this guy actually got fucking strangled. Did she? I don't think she did.
Yeah. I like how he's all chill about it now, too. He's like, yeah, I got choked in the attic.
Like, yeah, fucking ghost tried to choke me out. Didn't work. You know, I busted out of it. I kicked out.
Like, acting like Napoleon Dynamite about it. Your mom goes, God.
Ah! Yeah, freak him the fuck out.
Like,
all right, Jeff.
I kicked out. No big deal. I could take him.
I'd kick his ass.
I live to tell
him. If he was here right now, I'd punch him right in the mouth for you.
I'd do it again. Me and my buddies will go up there. I'll be like, shush. I'm going to hang myself right here.
But it did happen.
Right. What's wrong? What happened?
Oh.
You all right?
It got stuck in my dang zipper.
Told you, get down, get down.
The guy right before that was my favorite.
Which one? The guy
it's
down?
Like, oh! And then it's like a pause. Then one guy goes, "You all right?"
Hey man, hey, you okay?
Everything okay up there, buddy?
Right? Is he all right?
Yeah, we gotta know.
Is this thing like is this a whole like was this like a special on this thing, or like how long are these shows usually?
Well, we're into the second one. We're kind of getting into the ectoplasm part. There's two more after this. They're all about the same length, but they all
so it was like a multi-episode like production just on
this is a promo tape for a single movie, and it's probably almost as long as the actual movie, but this is the hook that they're trying to get us into it. So but they don't realize they're sending the promo tape. You get everything. You get everything you want to get out of it instead of having to watch it linear.
As they call it in Hollywood, it's a sizzle reel.
It is. It is sizzle.
My neck was tight.
You all right?
The zoom in, they're like the 4 zoom in effects they have. They all got to zoom in on him. I should have kept that one with the circle is the best one.
But it did happen.
There's your guy.
Oh, what happened?
Here it comes.
You all right? I told you,
You all right?
get down!
Let's get a nice clean circle on his head. Yes.
My neck was tightened and brought against the attic rafter.
Oh, now I see it. I got it now. Before I was looking in the corner. I was
Now
like,
it's a motivational poster now.
No, they needed the Mickey Mouse glove to come up and point at the cord. Right here.
It's like that whole thing, like
you
use the
see it?
circles. Like people always circle like the most. You're like, yeah, I could see it in the photo. You need to circle the guy doing that.
Yeah.
The look on
Yeah,
his
they did go
face was
back and
total
circle
fear
all the rod.
and total fright, and I picked that up in his stress levels on his test because they were very high. So he definitely
His neck's fucked
experienced something.
Keep going back to this though, and it's the worst thing. But they seem to believe in it. I don't know why.
They
don't know why.
love that little reflection off of like a coaster, a glass top coffee table, a TV.
It's from the. It's
A
reflecting off
myriad
that.
of equipment that they've got.
Yeah, that water
Yeah.
cooler outside. The sun's hitting it, and someone's getting water, and those are little drips coming
Yeah.
out of it.
The water cooler and the Z28 on blocks in the front yard are reflecting light into the ceiling there.
As long as there's no trains coming by, I'm fine.
We haven't had one yet.
Another particular event that occurred that was quite unusual is that when Barry Conway was filming in the kitchen one evening, something, for lack of a better term, knocked him unconscious.
Watch, she's going to pass out. Sit the camera down. Sit the camera
Sit him down, sit him down, sit him down.
It's fearful of something. It doesn't want you to be here.
Okay, now we're bringing
Not
the baby.
the baby.
Not the baby. And they keep the baby, do a good job of not bringing the baby in very much. This is probably the only shot you get of the baby. But something happened to this baby. Something happened to his head. I don't think that's a birthmark. That is the
I mean,
baby.
it could be one
grandma
of like
gave him
those
a
port
little
wine
kiss.
stains.
Now,
Yeah.
now this was filmed Thursday after Ash Wednesday, but I don't know if that is any correlation to this case at all. But even the baby, this big-eared baby, you gonna make fun of the baby? Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
He heard that. Shh, keep it down.
That
Look
baby,
how mad he is now.
that baby's in his 30s now. It was a baby.
What's going to happen next? What's
He
it going to
looked
do
like
to
he
me?
was on scanners.
He almost got his head popped. He might as well be on scanners. This is what he feels like. He's like, Jesus, this tiny little piece of string almost freaking killed me up there, man. And that ship, that light picture, God, they love this thing. You have so many great rods. You got a guy hanging from a nail. Stop showing a stupid picture.
Every time they show it, you can just let it go. You don't have to.
I
stop
will.
it.
I'll never mention it again, but they will, unfortunately. All right, this was a quick one.
Man.
I didn't even realize that. Okay. All right, everyone, mark your calendars for this one. Wow, this was like almost like a highlight reel. This was just they didn't tell any story really with part 2 of this, but nothing really new. We got to get to the third one. The third one is.
I know that it is following me. I don't know that it's following me.
Now, finally, okay, they are going to get into the backstory here of Jackie Hernandez. And I called her Jamie Hernandez earlier. I think that was a baseball player, so it's easy to get that confused.
Close enough. Barry Hernandez.
There you go.
Barry Hernandez. That's what they called her back then. This finally, this woman is the focal point of this haunting. She's the reason they're all there. We barely seen her. We've seen her making weird faces, and it's all about the other guy, Jeff. We're finally going to hear a little bit about the story that I kind of read in the beginning about her experiencing this and calling these guys.
Every single place I go or every errand I run, but I do have a feeling now that it is here.
During the early part of October 1989, Jackie Hernandez moved out of her Southern California home after an attempt by the ghost to smother her. Hoping to have escaped the horrors that she experienced there, Jackie and her 2 small children
Ghost
moved
had a
into
pillow.
a small mobile home.
It's just saying, like,
go to sleep.
only
Go to
dreams.
sleep.
I want quiet in this house. And you're thinking, so a lot of times, So she talks about she has left that house, the initial house, which had the two ghosts. One was very friendly ghost who's like, hey, my grave is like 13 blocks from here. Go check it out. Anyway, bye. And the other guy is, freaking out and hanging people up in the attic. So she moves from that house after almost getting nearly smothered into this new, much smaller location with the two kids.
A modest home.
Yeah, a bit of a downgrade. But when you're getting tormented like that by ghosts, what are you going to do?
Then this is definitely an upgrade spiritually, I guess.
But it's not, because he just
in California, nearly 300 miles away.
Traumatic. It really is. It's hard to live. It's hard to be normal, to act normal. It's hard to go through your daily routine, not knowing what's going to happen next, knowing what could happen next, knowing the full force and the full power of this phenomenon.
Relieved that she no longer would have to fear the supernatural forces that had disrupted her life, strange events started reoccurring.
Oh, I thought the kid had a dowsing rod for a second. Never mind. Take it back. I was like, why is the kid dowsing outside of this place?
In March.
Hey, Mommy, I'm going to find us
bizarre
some water.
Scratching noises seemed to originate from the small wooden storage shed located behind the house.
So now we're going to get in. All right, the rods are coming back. This is that shed we've seen. So this is her storage shed where she's hearing strange scratching going on from this thing.
She began to see the same comets of light flying around that she had observed in San Pedro. And then one day, while trying to move a widescreen TV from the storage shed to the house.
That's a cool old TV, man. Who wouldn't want that?
That thing's a fucking ship.
That thing is
duck hunt on that TV.
Well, actually, you're more likely to lose on a bigger screen.
That's the first TV I watched Dead Alive on.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is bringing me back. I feel like I had kind of similar ones. Just had one of those bases that rotated. But yeah, all right, this TV is outdated. It's 1989. Let's throw this trash away and never use it again. Even though we can hook the Atari up to it and play Pitfall and barely make out what's going on.
That TV weighs more than a Tesla. Just keep that in mind.
I bet.
That's why you need an entire shed to put it away. All right, time to store the old TV. Good thing we built this gigantic shed. But
get the mower out of the shed. No, that's the TV shed.
That's where the TV sleeps.
It's the TV room for guests when they come over. They can
They
stand
keep
up
it in the shed because it caused the mobile home to come off tilt.
I was about to say that. Yeah,
Ah,
definitely
see,
would
that
tip
makes
over
sense.
that other place. They're like, you can't even bring this in. I don't even know how you got this
Yeah.
here. She's 300 miles from her original place. All right.
Two new witnesses, a married couple who lived next door, observed an evil-looking apparition. The face of an old man.
What the fuck is that? Come on. What the fuck is that?
More Jesus in the toast.
Let's match it up. Is it the same guy? So this is
Side.
This is Jesus in the hi-fi here, because the neighbors, these new characters from here, witnessed a weird old man's face. I mean, it could be any man's
I
face.
don't even know where they're getting that from.
Well, I will give it to him. He has got like kind of the same kind of pig nose. All right, he's the pig nose in the eyes.
They're just fucking pixels and blurs. Like, shut up. Not you. Shut up.
They're
These
on
people,
bath
shut
salts.
up. Yeah.
It does
Talk
look
about
uncomfortable.
pareidolia.
It looks like that flat guy from Beetlejuice who like brought the mail and flew all around. It's just like like flattened guy. That's what he looks like. He just pops up on.
Looks
the
like
screen.
Saw. I see the guy from
Flattened guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jigsaw?
Yeah.
Okay. That's more likely. I'm more
Jigsaw in
inclined
the
to go with
toast.
that than anything else.
Well, I don't want it to be him. I want it to be him. He's freaking me out. All right.
Same ghost that Jackie had reported 300 miles away. There could only be one explanation.
That's him. Yeah, she identified. Nope, that's the same guy. Now they don't really even get into it. It's like, how did they get a screenshot off a broken TV in the shed? Did they take a picture of?
I still don't understand what they're looking at. Like, what part are they looking at?
They don't explain it at all. They just show this guy in a little tiny circle and go,
It's
"Yeah,
on-
that's what they
don't say
saw."
like, oh, it was in the screen, or like where the fuck they saw it. They don't say anything.
They
Like,
don't.
now
They
this
don't.
is-
It's great. It's perfect.
Now this is
That's
making
actually a
sense.
piece of parchment paper. Hey man, I made these chocolate chip cookies, but have I got something?
It really could be anything. It could be
no,
like
now I'm beginning to remember, because I was wondering if this was the same, San Pedro Haunting story that I had heard when I was young. I had heard about the whole like a ghost's face showing up on the TV, but I thought that was at the house in San Pedro still. I didn't realize this was after she had moved away from San Pedro. So yeah, I guess this is all the same story.
Well, this is the detail that you need to trigger that. Good. Yes. I guess this
Well,
thing
the
showed
first
up on
part about like the guy being hung in the attic, like I remember that too, but I didn't have any visual references. My dad told me this story, like years and years ago. So
yeah, it's being
He told you the story as a way to like get you to like calm down. Hey, if you don't knock it off, I'm gonna hang you in the attic.
Come take a seat. It's story
This is
time.
idea
All
of
right.
entertainment for us for sure. Like I've always loved scary stories and everything. So, this was like we'd just be like on a long drive, and my dad would just start talking about scary ass shit. I loved it.
Dre's in the back seat.
taking
All like,
notes.
please, oh, all right.
You don't think I make that face when I hear scary stories? Like, oh no. It looks more like that. I'm like, oh, tell me more.
No, actually, I think I do know. You're more like.
I had a feeling you're gonna put that picture.
No. Fine, I'll put her. At least you're contemplating.
Yeah, because I'm like actually
That's
interested.
more accurate.
So.
Yes. All right, it's more accurate.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll say this one then. No, okay.
That's close. That's a lot
For this
closer.
strange turn of events, the entity had followed her.
To me, he looked like an old man with real mean eyes.
Yeah, a new character. Sasquatch has emerged from the Northern California woods to fucking tell us this story. He's great. I love how he just says he's leaning on the TV and everything.
Yeah,
I
like his energy.
Act natural. I ain't shitting you. I'm telling you, this thing popped up on the TV. Wasn't even plugged in.
That was the thing that got me was the eyes.
It's just all of a sudden the face was real clear that I could see from the opposite end of the TV. And it was just real clear, but his eyes were just staring straight.
I was about to say, they found the two greatest new characters in the trailer park to help them.
She reminds me of this one character on Reno 911. That one was just out there like, so I called because I think that they are terrorists. And so I did the patriotic thing. I did my duty. I call in. I just want to know, can you take me off? Can you take me to 7-Eleven? I just need to pick up a pack of smokes.
She's great. She's got the total great. I love the side ponytail look. Needs to be brought back. The giant glasses.
I like the way she talks like a lot.
She's awesome.
Sadly, we don't get a lot wearing periwinkle. That's
I hate
something
that color.
suspicious. Which
we gotta
t-shirt
assume
you
they're
gonna
a
wear
couple.
today?
Yeah, we gotta assume
wear
they're
the
a couple.
periwinkle. The news is coming down. Get your periwinkle sleeveless.
I'm with you,
It's
love
Periwinkle
bug.
Day, baby. Get your Sunday best on.
It really pops on these newfangled cameras these boys are bringing from the city to film us.
Got me, and he was just real, like you said, evil looking. These eyes
have seen a lot of love, but they never.
That's all you could say.
On the evening of April 13th, 1990, Barry Conrad and Jeff Wheatcraft, the photographers who had been
Wait, I didn't catch that. What is he wearing? He looks like he's wearing that suit from that old like music video. What's that guy? Thompson Twins or
on
something?
the evening of April 13th, 1990, Barry Conrad and Jeff Wheatcraft.
His clothes look. He's way too big.
I don't know,
the
man.
photographers who had been documenting the activities of the poltergeist since August 1989.
Yeah, it does look like one of those. Like he's got a Rottweiler like on his arm. He was training with earlier that day, and then he just had to come do this ghost thing.
Traveled to Weldon. Within a brief span of time, the ghost became extremely active. An invisible force began to toy with Wheatcraft's camcorder while the unit was locked down on its tripod base.
When I first set it up, I framed it directly inside of the shed. We set it up on a tripod. We walked away from it. We came in the house. After we were in the house, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah, was it 5
we were
or 20?
looking out the window, and it appeared to me like the camera was panned.
His interviewer talking style there, he's super comfortable. He's been with Jackie enough. He's like totally leaned in on her.
She seems fine though. She's not like leaning away. So
all right,
not much.
I'm just happy to have company.
Towards us, which meant that it would have to be panned towards the left. Well, I remember locking the camera down. It's got 2 locks on it, friction mount locks, and I locked them both down. There's no way that thing could be moved, unless it was forced in some manner.
Within moments, Barry Conrad captured on video another strange glowing red light, traveling almost 80 miles.
Oh, did you see that, Rod?
I did. This is
We
that
call
wavy
the
rod.
hot rod. That was
the hot rod coming in.
Miles an hour towards the shed.
Why is the hot rod?
Diners 9 in 1999. Those rods are huge, man.
Slow that rod down.
Giant stone ball.
You guys wanted more on rods. I don't know what to say. It's the best. Get a nice close up. What was that effect?
What was that?
What
we
was
need to make
that?
a rectangle real quick and then forget to fill it with anything.
They had one effect left. They did the circle zoom in, the square zoom in. I don't know. They should have done a triangle effect, but like we got this weird like rectangle that'll fade in. Put it on that rod because those rods are huge, man.
We saved the best for hot rod and hot rod only.
Oh man, I love the hot rod reference. Let's go.
During a Ouija board session in the home that same night, the entity finally seemed to communicate with the small group, but not without displaying an awesome power. During the session, Jeff Wheatcraft, who had been hung in the attic of the San Pedro home several months before, was attacked again in full view of witnesses. Jeff was physically levitated and hurled backwards against the trailer wall by an invisible power.
It spelled out my name, J-E-F-F, and immediately after that...
Wait, he just said that the ghost had his name, J-E-F-F. It should have said... My name is Jeff. G-E-F, but it's not. It's J-E-F-F. So yeah, he gets into another skirmish with this thing. It's picking him up. It's throwing him around the room. Unfortunately, there's no documentation of this. Sadly, it's like,
yeah,
wow.
that's unfortunate. I would pay money to see that.
I mean, we love, it's hard to top your greatest hits of hanging in an attic, but being thrown.
He didn't want to be a one-hit wonder. He wanted to get hit again. One more time.
And the Ouija
always happens to me.
Again, they're inciting a little bit. You don't hear these cases a lot where they're bringing out a Ouija board, and that this is like, well, we know they already know that there's like
there's already something here, like,
and it's following this woman 300 miles from place to place, and it's getting worse and worse. So like, you know what? Let's really get this thing going. Bad idea all around.
Super bad idea.
Pushed
like,
me
what
against the wall. Just forced me, threw me against the wall. It hit my chest and threw me back against the wall.
There's no way Jeff could have thrown himself against that wall. I actually saw him get picked up and thrown. I mean, literally just thrown against the wall with unbelievable force, and by something that I didn't even see. I didn't believe in any supernatural things on Earth, and I thought all those movies like The Entity and stuff were all just fiction.
Okay, so now they're going to show a little footage of the entity, and I'll put it out there that the team that you're seeing investigating this first one, I'll move this out for a second. So this actual team, Jeff Wheatcraft and these other guys, all the what are all their names? All the Jacobs, all the they're not the Barrys,
Barry and Barry.
The Oops All Barrys team is the same team. That is the same team that investigated the entity case. The
Choo-choo train time.
Okay, all right. So we have actually been warned that Nick would have a train coming and that he would turn down when that happened. So I'll talk about this. So, if you, there we go. Get to hear it live. I hear that
train ASMR.
I thought he was like, "There's gonna be a train coming. I'll make sure to mute." He's like, "There's a train coming. I'll mic that fucker up. Let's do it." Like,
yeah, the hell with it. I gave you.
Bring the train on. We've got some questions for trains.
I love it.
Well,
so,
sir,
I've got questions for trains.
Sir, do you have time to stop and talk about rods?
Good
so,
shit.
A little aside here about the entity case. I'm not sure how familiar you are with that, but that was a 1974 investigation into alleged paranormal phenomenon in Culver City, California. This is a California-based team experienced by a woman named Doris Bither, and it was made into that great film featuring Barbara Hershey, where I don't know if anyone's seen the movie The Entity. It's where the boobs move on their own.
The boobs move on their own.
It's a very scary film. The Entity, one of my favorite, probably got me into a paranormal investigation. And that is the case we will have to do a deep dive on also at some point, the Entity case. I've got some great footage of that. We're not going to have time to get into it tonight, but we get to watch a little bit of the Entity here.
Yeah.
Which is a scary film. So the Entity, the film, that's a little teaser for it, is a really, really messed up film where this woman is assaulted multiple times by this ghost. And they fictionalize the movie ending. It's not exactly how it went, but in the film, in the film, the entity, what their plan in the film is they recreate the woman's house inside of a giant gymnasium, and they make this one little pod for her to go in when the ghost comes, which the ghost does come, and it's a pod she hides in, and they throw like liquid nitrogen or something in, and they freeze the entire fake house that the ghost is in to trap it. And I won't spoil what happens after that, but that is.
I mean, you've already fucking spoiled it.
No,
Now,
stop
I'm
happening.
gonna watch the whole movie, man.
You got to. The boobs move. She lays on the bed, and
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's
I'm totally gonna watch this. Are you kidding me?
You gotta watch that just for that scene alone.
I may watch it tonight. I don't know where I can find it on. Actually,
I maybe probably on one of those illicit sites. You could look up boobs moving entity, and maybe you'll see that.
I'm gonna get a lot of results. I think than what I'm looking for.
I don't think they had the rights to the film. They only showed those few.
Oh,
seconds.
I get it. The end titties. That's what they should have called it.
Oh, there you go.
Me, and it really made me believe. And we heard 3 knocks very loud in the baby's bedroom, and it was like a force was trying to get out. And it was just, it would go 3 times, and it would stop, and it would go 3 more times. And I was freaked out. I did not want to be in the house at the time.
Oh, actually, she's cool. So this is another one who's witnessed, I guess, the shed incidents of the knocking and the scratching and all that. All right. Cool bangs, girl. Love it.
Yeah, something like
From that day on.
All right, coming right in hot
my
again.
favorite. I feel like her name should be Julie.
She just looks like a female version of Doofy from the scary movies, right? Like
I was cleaning my room.
I told you to knock when I'm vacuuming.
Oh, we love it. But she's a great witness.
From that
Mary
face,
Winkle
since we saw it in the TV, you just get this feeling when you walk over here. You can just feel the presence of something here. I don't know what it is, but there is definitely something here.
The entity had returned and continues to this day.
Not the same one. That's trademark. It's a different animal. All right, everybody. Fire up your we're getting into the final one, and
Fire up my what?
Tracking. Your tracking's all messed up. I have to fire it up. So okay, there we go. We've met. Now we're a little bit caught up here that she has moved 300 miles away. It's caught up with her, and she's got a great cast of neighbors now. I think she's, her house not be as nice as the other one, but I like the friends she gets to hang out with.
I like the energy. Yeah, I think that this environment is gonna be so good for her.
Much better than having. She doesn't even have an attic there. How would you have an attic in a trailer? So Jeff should be fine. He shouldn't be worried too much about what's going to happen to him up there.
Yeah, because the attic was the problem.
Now he's going to crawl under the trailer. I think it's under us now. Ain't
Yeah,
you?
that's worse. Getting strangled in a crawl space instead. That's way worse.
Yeah, not as tall.
She has to be looking down now to see him, and yes, that guy's still there. We got to see the great footage on the TV. Now we've got all these new elements, making this, a multi-city case, this huge case that's happening. So let's go back in here. This is the final promo, the 4th and final one, where spoilers, rods are gonna start taking over again in this final one.
Yippee!
This is when rods finally rods will take center stage. And I'll just turn it on. I will apologize that I didn't get someone swallow a rod, because this rod is flying all over this woman's face. It's going up her nose, into her mouth. Look, the rods are just shooting into her mouth and into her face.
I thought it was a pearl necklace, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they didn't give us the after shot.
These are like solid masses of light that are glowing intensely. No insects ever looked like this, or looked like this to my knowledge. And the videos look like a chain of light, spheres of light, very bright, I'd say, light enough to illuminate a dark room quite vividly, moving about the room quite rapidly, and captured on real-time video and in 35 millimeter. So again, we're dealing with something that is totally inexplicable.
All right, this will just look like a headlight. This is another light proof. Hey, if you love that ceiling light, wait till you get a load of whatever the hell this is.
Oh man, I guess so.
This is the last one. They've got to circle back to the ceiling light. Come on now.
You probably don't know what I'm talking about. They're going to put a helpful circle up so you know what you're looking at.
Helpful Honda circle.
Oh, that one right there.
Oh, there. I was staring off into the void.
Hey, look, it's the same color as our logo. Look, this could be our logo right here. It's kind of blending into the bottom there.
It was seen and photographed simultaneously, which is very rare. But the frequency at which this phenomenon is being recorded in this case is unique, because most cases you get something once or twice, but not 10, 12, 15, 20 times. And it's almost like this phenomenon at some level
polo route
wants
for
to
Loren.
make us aware of its presence.
I'm glad you pointed that out, and I got very distracted by the cool books he has behind him. He's got Mysteries Unexplained.
I was looking at those too.
I know. He has a cool collection, man.
Ghosts.
He's True Lost Souls is one of the books he's got back there, or True Lost Rules or something like that. He's showing off. Hey man, I can't hate. I got the same kind of book.
This is true ghost stories, bro.
And he only had to set this up once. It's not like he's doing a live stream. I think he's so in his background. He'd be like, I do a YouTube show. Yeah, I'll get the other Barrys, and yeah, we'll do what Nick said. It'll be Oops All Barrys Paranormal Hour.
Oops All Barrys.
I'm Polo Barry. There it is again. With the beach furniture in the house.
Barrys when they did a careful freeze frame.
It's Dick Tom.
Frame enhancement.
Tom, Dick,
this thing
and Harry
appeared to know where it was going.
It sucked.
Barry had a shot of the gate as the lady approached it. The gate appeared to open by itself, and at the same time, there was a little field of light energy that played on the gate for a minute, and then kind of swerved off and left the picture.
It's the gate rod. Yes, these rods have the power to open gates, as you can see. So as you can, they've gone through a lot of good stuff, but I think by this final fourth promo, I think they're like, if you're still around for this one, I guess we'll just talk about rods. But they also, I'll flip ahead a little bit because we get a little more of the fun. Yeah. Oh wait, I want to talk about this part. So where we've seen this thing where they're trying to circle a rod on his chest. It's more about the light. Let's look at the light here on My Name is Jeff's chest.
In his torso.
It does look like he's got like those kind of newer lights, like it's blinking purple and blue, but it's not going anywhere. It's just actually kind of interesting.
To determine whether it was real or not, I noticed on his glasses that there was a reflection of the blue light. When we ran the tape 2 or 3 times, the light that was here with a very distinct boundary was also reflected in Jeff's glasses, which indicated to me that it was a true occurrence of a flash, but the uniqueness of the flash again was the very sharp boundary.
So much like E.T., I guess his stomach is lighting up, and this is kind of interesting. This is not a flash, and you see there's a shadow on his long game show mic that he's walking around with for this investigation, which doesn't seem practical. It probably picks up a lot. But this is a very contained light that flashes real quick. What do you think, Drea?
I don't know. I was going to say, yeah, camera flash. I mean, who's to say that something's not, that they're not just like, instead of holding the camera and doing full flash, that they're not like, getting just a small flash. Like, it's too easy to debunk, man.
Yeah. I mean, somebody could have been in another room and like shot through the doorway, and you're seeing the top of the door frame on his chest right there.
There you go. That it could be a flashlight shot through a freaking toilet paper tube. Like
a passing car,
a million things. Yeah,
very quickly caught at a certain angle.
It doesn't seem like a ghost to me. Like, what kind of ghost is just like blip, little circle of light, and then I'm gone? Like,
yeah, that's not selling promos to video stores. This
neither is this, is it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. The fact that none of us have ever really heard of it or watched it until recently, when this,
I just heard it word of mouth from LA people.
And they're like, don't even bother watching it. All you need to know is
I didn't even know it was like a production. I just literally heard the story. Like, I just heard the actual story, told.
Yeah, and getting deeper into it is
so and so heard it from so and so. I didn't even know that there was like a production trying to be made of it.
Yeah, belly lights, everything.
And the light also had the boundary right midway in the microphone, which is very unusual if a light was just from a flash bulb or a flashlight. It usually spreads out, and you would not find such a sharp boundary or such a distinct blue color as we saw. That was a very unique I think, light occurrence.
Okay, now we get again. They love this one shot of her with these rods flying all about her mouth. We've seen that. So I'm gonna get
pearl necklace.
I'll get towards the yeah. Speaking of pearl necklace and necklaces in general, let's get a little closer towards the end where he's climbing down, and we'll see what we got. All right, we kind of know this, the famous scene. Things on my neck, man.
Oh, God. Look at his neck. Look, Jeff, what's behind your neck?
I don't know what's on my neck.
A piece of rope. Oh, shit. Gary, get down out of there, buddy.
You okay, man? You all right?
Gary. Jeff.
You all right?
You all right?
Jeff,
I'm fine.
Jeff, tell me what happened, buddy.
Well, I don't know, Gary. I told Gary that there was nothing happening up there, and he turned around and came. He was coming this way. All of a sudden, I feel this thing around my neck, and it's got me hanging, and it's pulling on my leg.
You were hanging?
Yeah, I was hanging. I took the first step,
I was totally
and then
chilling.
all of a sudden, I remember that there was this tightness around my neck, and I was being pulled over to the side of the attic,
recreates
next to the rafter. I really, at that point, didn't know that there was something around my neck. However, there was actually a small.
Where is it being pulled through? You know, we can't see behind that rafter, so that's the only thing that's like very.
It doesn't even look like it's around his neck the closer they zoom in.
It does. No, you could tell by like the harsh, like the way the skin goes, like right there, like it's something is pulling on him, like behind the ear.
It's supposed to be hanging on a nail. That whatever this was floated onto his neck or was ghostly tied around him. They say it's like
there's a ghostly lasso.
It is lasso-ish because they say it's like a laundry line, like the consistency of the thread. It's like a laundry line,
like a rubber coated kind of thicker kind of wire cable.
Yeah, an old piece of wire you'd find sitting in an old attic in San Pedro.
Exactly.
Just waiting to hang some guy.
Line rope that was around my neck, and it was tied. It was twisted, and then hung on a nail on the rafter in the attic. This is the rope, or plastic. Looks like it's clothesline.
Zach Baggins, you need to get this thing. Get this in your museum. There's a piece of paranormal lore out there that you don't own, possibly.
It doesn't look like it's that old. And it's tied together. It's soft, pliable, somewhat pliable. So, you know, it's not cracking. It's not all that old. But it is tied together.
You could really
like
party with this thing.
It ended up over my head like this, and then it was twisted.
I don't know if I would stay in the same house that this happened and be like, hey, let me show you. Let me put it around my neck again and just, fingers crossed that this.
Plenty of people around this time, so.
Yeah, he's got big balls
Wouldn't
now.
do it if I were alone. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
he's a hard ass now.
I ain't scared. I'll put this in. I'll go back up there.
Shoot me again, Daddy.
Now he says, "My name is Jeff."
My name is Jeff. He's like, I'll go back up there and jerk off with this thing on. You think you can stop me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Like this. I don't know how far, to what degree.
Around my
But
neck
I know it
again.
was twisted because it was tied around my neck. And then it was hung up over the nail on one of the cross members that go across the attic.
In the history of investigating this type of phenomena, ghosts, apparitions, hauntings,
Rods.
poltergeist activity, there's been a handful of cases that have displayed continued or direct belligerent and malevolent behavior, and this is one of them. And the fact that it's occurred repeatedly to the same person makes it even that more important.
Did you see an entity moving in the darkness of the attic on the first night of your visit?
Yes. Oh, shit.
What? Saw it again?
There's something moving in the darkness, and I can just see it move. It's huge.
Barry?
I don't know what it
Barry,
is.
you said you saw something moving in the darkness. So Monica, get up here. Can you put your head through?
I like
There's a
how
light again.
the dude asking the question said the exact same thing that they just said right there. Did you see
he's like,
something
well, he said
moving
he saw something in the darkness.
of the attic?
Did I stutter? What are you talking about? Yes. I don't know. The mic
little
might
bit.
not have picked this up. Are you saying, sir, on record?
There's a light again.
How a voice stress analyzer works, basically, in just very small terms, is that it counts the micro tremblers in your vocal cords.
He's making up words on micro tremblers in your voice. So this isn't an actual polygraph or lie detector. This is something called
voice stress test.
Voice stress analyzer.
Somebody speaks, their vocal cords vibrate. In other words, when you were a child and somebody asked you if you've stolen anything, you would say, no. That's
no.
an uncontrollable response of the vocal cords. As we grow up and become adults, we learn to control that response. We can say no. Vocal cords are still vibrating. If you're
Whoa. So okay. when you're a kid, you're shit at lying, but when you get older, you can lie, but you still aren't fooling my machine, sir.
That's why Jeff, I mean, he's got the porno acting down to a science. No, I did not hang myself in the attic.
Why would you like me to?
No, I don't want any Girl Scout cookies. You know, that's what his old porn acting.
Not telling
Something
the truth
wrong
will
with
vibrate more
China.
times
No, I
per
don't want a
second,
car
basically is how
wash.
it works. Has an entity ever inflicted pain upon you while living in this house on 11th Street?
Yes.
After the results of these tests came in from the VSA, I studied them myself. They were also studied by a couple of other individuals.
Keeps throwing around VSA. I guess it's the Voice Studies of America.
Voice stress analysis.
Voice stress analysis. He's the expert of voice. Okay, there you go. The expert in VSA. I'm an expert in VSA. VSA.
He looks like he used to be in
VSA.
He's the fourth BG.
I was gonna say, he looks like the guy Magnum PI goes to get info from or something. Like he's like one of Magnum's buddies.
Some logins in Messina bullshit.
Yeah.
That chain isn't helping. Yeah, you're right.
The tests were truthful. The answers were truthful. Some of the questions: did you see flying balls of light? Were there unknown forces there pushing you? Did something hang you in the attic? These questions were all answered truthfully, and I have to believe by the results of my tests that these people were telling the truth.
Right, or else I'm admitting that my stuff is bullshit. All right, we'll skip the light. We don't want that light again. It's that same thing we go to. So let's get to the
Go back to the baby.
No, we'll leave the baby out. It's just a panning shot of the baby. The baby doesn't say shit. The baby sucks. He can't do anything.
And that's something that this is something that cannot be ignored. We're dealing with a force of nature beyond anything we currently even comprehend, let alone willing to accept. What we're experiencing in this particular investigation, as we have in many others, but not to this degree, is
a random shot of a chandelier just swinging. They don't no explanation of all. They're like, it's just like
you think that they would have like focused on that a little bit at some point.
No need to.
Like the Enfield poltergeist.
Yeah, you've got that weird birthmark on the ceiling.
I like the dining room length chandelier over a mattress.
Yeah. It's a little bizarre.
I mean, it's a small place, but yeah, you'd think a little kitchenette table belongs there. Like that's what, she's like, look, the kids are here. The ghosts take up a lot of space as well. Like it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight in this little place. Sorry.
Effect without known cause. And that is that physical phenomena is transpiring, that we're observing, that we're documenting through videotaping, through 35 millimeter cameras, and that is affecting human lives, meaning it's affecting human physicality. And yet there is no known cause. So that is termed magic. That's where Isaac Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke define magic. But this isn't magic, this is real. It's affecting a real, tangible reality, a real, tangible world. Is it some discarnate remnant or intelligence of a person that lived before that was malevolent or belligerent? People talked about, people say, are ghosts good or bad? Is this phenomenon good or bad? Well, people are good and bad. If this is an extension of the human psyche that survives physical death, if people are good and bad, then I guess...
Hang on a damn minute.
Go bad.
Hang on.
We don't
Go
know
back.
what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Wasn't that the image from the TV?
Oh, is this... Okay, this
Why
is
does
the
it
old
look
man's...
like it's on a door?
It's the door. It is the... That can't be on the TV. What do they want? Yeah, you're right. That is the guy. All right.
It's a whole. This is also a whole lot of nothing, though. That's like hardly even a face. It's all.
I think I do need to go order this VHS.
Yeah.
Shit's weak.
Good and bad.
Send a self-addressed
envelope
psyche
to that survives physical death. If people are good and bad, then I guess
that old gate rod
is going to be good or bad. We don't know what we're dealing with.
We see it. All right.
It's getting very hard to even be here. I feel like just packing up the kids and going to Texas right now. I'm really scared. How far am I going to test it? How far is it going to go until I, realize, hey, it doesn't want me here?
Did you see that, Ron?
Ah!
Oh!
I love the reaction call to this.
He just got hurled at me.
That's the teaser. That's kind of how they close this out. Jackie Hernandez here, tormented. Check it out, San Pedro Haunting. And they're going to close on the weakest image. Show this.
Right?
And
Come on. Come
All right.
on.
I'm taking it out. That is the San Pedro Haunt promo tape. I think we've learned enough about it. Maybe the tape itself, we could find something in perhaps, but a lot of good stuff in there. Where do y'all stand as of now? Do you guys kind of believe in this haunting?
I believe in the haunting. I just think that they're just focusing on a lot of the wrong shit that didn't need to be focused on.
What the hell was that?
Sorry, that's about to come in a second, Nick. So as this thing kind of closed, we saw that, Jackie makes panic calls. This will be the final little bit tonight. There is just a quick little thing. And, we all love Art Bell. We love frantic callers. We all know the classic Area 51 frantic caller. This is the new classic. This is the Jackie Hernandez frantic call.
Frantic, and I do mean frantic call from Jackie Hernandez. We listened to it on the machine, and she is frightened out of her mind.
I'm not staying here, Barry. I'm out of here. I gotta get out of here. I can't stay here.
The objects were being thrown across the room. The kids' toys were being levitated off the ground. I was just ready to just jump in the truck and just drive until it ran out of gas because I had no money at that time. I just wanted to get as far away from the house as possible.
Oh, lost her. Jackie? Yeah, I think I lost her.
Jackie?
Jackie, you cut the line.
The phone conversation was interrupted. The call was interrupted by, it was disconnected.
Jackie? Jackie? Hello? You just cut the line. What happened?
Are you guys there? Are you guys there?
Yeah, yeah. You know, she won't get any sleep. We better go down and get her. Jackie?
What?
We're going to come down and get you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, we're coming right now.
Okay, hurry.
There's some good effects here. So yes, this is the Jackie panic call, talking to all the Barrys and the Jeffs. I think this makes it a little more believable of a story, that this phone call here. Like I can't speak for the other guys with the faces and getting hung, but for hearing her herself, I think this really happened to her. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds pretty real to me. Sounds pretty genuine. You can tell when people are. The only thing was when she was like, in the beginning. It sounded not that like. But then again, you never know what you're going to sound like when you're actually scared until you sound stupid yourself.
Right. And she's got no control over the filming of this and the editing or whatever they're doing with all this stuff. Like, she's like, you really have to film me laying on my mattress underneath my very low hanging chandelier? They're like, yeah, it's moving. Yeah. Like, we kind of
call that the head cracker.
Yeah. They're like, please fall on her. Please fall on her. Like, we don't even need to make a promo tape. These things will be flying off the shelf.
We're going to loosen the screws, sign here, here, and here.
I mean, the entity did it.
That's what he's doing in this. He's loosening the screws in the attic, and he's like, shh, 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 she hears us. She hears us. She hears us.
Hurry, please. I don't know how long I can stay here.
We're leaving right
now. That's what they're doing, too. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Okay, bye.
Terrifying stuff. Not the same head, but that's how they close out this frantic call. I'm not sure what show that is from. If not a lot of paranormal programs have really covered this case, which surprises me because it's got such killer footage. It's just of
killer footage.
Yeah, really, really killer getting hung footage. And I gotta say, I think this case is pretty incredible. So much so that I have a poll up for this, like an actual episode. There is a poll, is up there right now, a real one that we will read, I guess, on the next live episode. So go to unbelieverspodcast.com to vote on this poll. What's the best thing about the San Pedro haunting? Is it the rods? Is it the old man ghost? Is it the ectoplasm? Or is it the guy hanging in the attic? You can answer that, and we are about to get out of this point. But before we go, where do you chime in, Drea? Good case, real case?
Yeah, like I said, I said before, I think that it's a real haunting. I just think that they're focusing on the wrong shit.
I agree. How about you, Nick? Do you wish you would have been around to go find this case?
Yeah, I wish I would have been locked in that attic for 28 days straight. Some things to consider here. They are all filmmakers. They have a product to sell, kind of like we did with 28 Days Haunted. You know, they had a product to sell. And even though we investigated every day for 28 days straight, they showed none of the evidence or data or whatever the hell you want to call it. They showed none of that in the final show. And I mean, they just kind of ran with it the direction they wanted to go, which brings me back to these guys. I mean, they are a production company out of California, which brings me back to 28 Days Haunted. When the show filmed in 2021 and released in 2022, in the summer of 2022, before the release, they flew us out to Los Angeles to do some additional voiceover recordings just to kind of clear some things up that were mumbled when we originally filmed the show. I mean, every location came out there, the whole cast, and had things that they needed to re-record. And I was thinking about this when we were watching the clips of the San Pedro Haunting. When we went to the recording studio, it was in the middle of a residential neighborhood. It was like all these houses. Then all of a sudden we popped up on this huge building that was actually like a film studio / recording studio. And I mean, small production companies like what we just saw here are all over the place out there. So these guys, you know, they could be exaggerating some of this haunting. I mean, it probably started as an original story and just kind of snowballed into, we gotta sell tapes. And because you really dive into this story, and it starts off like a traditional like horror movie. When Jackie first moved into this house, things started out softly. The feeling of a presence behind her, a soft blow on her ear, and then all of a sudden it just spirals out of control of, like, you know, just like a horror movie does, you know,
Those
like
pets' heads are falling off. It just goes crazy.
starts small, then builds up, then eventually you have a conclusion, which in this case there really was no conclusion. It followed her to her trailer home,
and we get the great ponytail lady. But it also has what I read in the beginning, that article from the LA Times is kind of act one, where you learn that Jackie breaks up with her boyfriend, her husband.
Yeah.
He's her husband. She's pregnant. She moves into a place to get away from him. That is almost like the beginning of the actual entity story too. You'll learn that it's a mother who is divorced, and she's bringing a new man in her life. The man actually witnesses her being assaulted by ghosts and splits on her in the film. And I think these guys, yeah, I mean, he's the one who sees that. He sees her laid out with her boobies getting touched by a ghost, and it's not.
He's like, "Oh, you harlot!
That's when
you're impure."
He splits on her because of it, and
that's fucked. No more spoilers, dude. I want to watch this movie, for fuck's sake.
That's in the like I said, that's act one. You'll get into it. It's a fun movie. If you want to watch Barbara Hershey get thrown around, but it does. I think that's what the point of this was. I think they were kind of banking on that success of The Entity, which came out in like 84, 85, and they investigated that case. They're like, holy shit, we investigated a case and it made it to Hollywood, and they made a completely ridiculous ending, but who cares? No one's gonna remember that because it's a movie. Maybe this is, and I think this is a little too similar. I think they were like, what else you got? Like Entity 2. Another entity. They're like, well, is it
this time?
Are like her boobs moving and stuff? Like, no, her boobs aren't moving, but me and this guy in the attic are getting up to stuff. They're like, well, I don't know if American Horror Story doesn't exist. We're not quite ready for that yet at this point. So, all right, good deal. Let's close out a little bit on this. Go into that poll, unbelieverspodcast.com, leave some fun others, and let's move on with more of one of our favorite artists singing about something from this episode here.
Oh, ectoplasm. Shoot my body. It makes it possible to see all the spirits that are flying around us, otherwise invisibly. Ectoplasm. It shoots out of my body. Yes, it does. I just gotta think real hard, and out comes the ectoplasm. Oh,
can't take it.
Ectoplasm. What a wonderful substance. It shoots out of my body, and it makes it possible for us to see the ghosts that are just swimming around. There's ghosts swimming around the air all the time, but you cannot see them unless you're able to shoot out ectoplasm.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Paranormal Song Warrior, friend of the show, for chiming in with that. I've made it my mission, Nick, to somehow include every song that Paranormal Song Warrior ever did appropriately into the show. We're getting close to checking that box where we've almost
I'm looking him up on Spotify right now.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's Matt Farley, runs Moturn Media. He's the guy who says your name over and over. The guy who's written literally hundreds of thousands of millions of songs.
Oh, yeah. He's the odd man who sings about poop
and pee. Yes, he's all those. He's all of those guys. But
I recognized that voice.
He had a brief stint where he did this quick little paranormal album. We actually called his phone number to talk to him on our bonus episode. Go to Unbelievers Podcast Patreon. We have a new bonus episode up that Dre and I recorded just last week. Fun stuff, video episode, audio episode, very fun stuff. And I'm going to do something I've never done on one of these because I don't know, it just kind of feels like a regular episode, but also a video episode. I don't know how it goes, but I've got something video related, and it is from the Unbelievers mailbag.
The Unbelievers mail.
Hey man, check your mailbox.
Hey, you got some new mail over here.
Sup, bitches? It's mail time. Woo!
All right, so this mail comes from Crouching Tiger, Vicious Monkey. And here we go. It says, Rob said something about not needing makeup for Patty in the film because there weren't any close-up shots of her face. We're talking about the Patterson-Gimlin film where we were recently talking about Bigfoot. And they say, false. Legendary Bigfoot believer and Patty prominent MK Davis has entered the chat. He might be considered a digital horseman of the Squatch apocalypse. This video is pretty nuts and caused quite a stir. Could make good live stream material. Love the Sasquatch content. Sorry if my other answer about Russ's grandma in last week's poll was over the line. Cheers. Crouching Tiger, Vicious Monkey. And no, any comments about Russ's grandma are totally fine, totally acceptable. That's all.
You should hear what he says about his own grandmother. Shit.
Completely. Oh, I just said that she was a wonderful, beautiful woman. So we talked about in that Sasquatch thing that there's never been anyone analyzing the face, and that, you know, that was one of the things the horsemen of Squatchery talked about, was that you can't fake that face. But they sent along a video. The Crouching Tiger, Vicious Monkey sent along a video from this MK Davis guy, and let's watch a little bit of this. This is a little video mailbag.
Well, hello there. Welcome to the MK Davis Man Cave.
My name is Joe.
This man's cave looks like more like a man's grave. All right, but he's got the same poster as me, so I can't get too upset.
I want to show you a little bit of photography.
Okay.
Maybe not something you're used to seeing. Some of the finest images from the Patterson Bigfoot film. They are in existence.
Okay. Now, this was sent along saying that this video caused quite a stir. It's not stirring much in me yet. I mean, as you can see, I've got the same poster right behind me, but and his phone's going off. What is it? We're supposed to be analyzing the face of Patty. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Crouching Vicious Tiger
We'll
Monkey.
take it nice and slow.
Okay.
Is that hairy boobs?
Give you a good look.
This is I will say this is a very high quality image of Patty. I'm looking at the one I got. I can barely make out the boobs on mine. This is very
The boobs? Yeah.
They're droopy down there, but you see them.
They got some good shape to them. Like, whatever.
This is my work right here, after having spent years getting the best frames from the film. And like I always said down through the years, there were a much better copy of this film, much better master of this film, and it was.
Oh,
and it does not show a hoax, and it does not show a lot of things. People are so attached to their theories, attached to their concepts, that they don't want to let them go, even in the face of photography like this.
This is bullshit. Pan down.
There you go.
We've got Sasquatch peeking from under bush.
But this photography
Sasquatch
is so
is
good.
double cheeked up on a
that
Sunday.
It will wrest it from them.
What are you doing with all that
They'll
ass?
have to find something else.
That's a thick ass boy.
Okay, so now this is a video you probably could have made with images you have saved if you got this. But yeah, I got this. I'm gonna zoom in. No, he's like posters in the room and filming them is good enough. So we're gonna get to his thing on the face and the fact that no one has analyzed the face that well. Well, they have. Okay.
Sure.
This was frame 350.
That does look like a guy.
And the very best frame from the film. And a gentleman by the name of Todd Gatewood from Oklahoma,
where the wind comes streaming down the
had this process that he wanted to try on it, and I let him. And it has dividends just unbelievable. It's not AI. No AI was used in this process.
I never said that. All right. Why is he getting AI into this? But it's an image I've never seen that up close of the Sasquatch face in this. And it kind of does look like a dude with some stuff on top of his head. I hate to admit it because I want to believe.
Stuff on top of his head.
It tightened up the blur that comes with low angular resolution.
Jesus. Enhance.
Yeah, this looks like one of those fucking filters was put on it while they add the makeup.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a StreamYard touch-up done on it to make it look a little bit. Wow. Yeah, it does. But that's technically not AI, I guess, according to him.
He just keeps zooming into the eye, the glare on the eye, and it shows us another picture.
It's just way too smooth along the contours then of like where the hair meets the face. It's like way too smooth this is bullshit. Look, you know my background. You know my background in graphics and all that shit.
Right.
There's some bullshit.
Okay, I believe you. And also, why, if you do have this little, it's almost like a balaclava kind of face sticking out of this outfit, why would you have the fucking hair all in your eye? That's the worst place to have hair dangling down is in your goddamn eyeball. Like that would be so
that doesn't land correctly at all. At all.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's bullshit.
I was trying to find a resolution to that, but I couldn't. It's so bad.
Find me the guy who's the nostril looks all weird and messed up. Like I don't know about this.
Are we not going to comment on how big the lips are?
I was going to say I want to say
they look like.
I was trying not to sexualize the Bigfoot, but by all means, go ahead.
It's a little late for that on this show. Jesus Christ, we've done a big one.
Could you give me an apple?
I guess in this episode in particular, I was trying not to, but.
Look at that dandruff up close. It's just like the molecules of the hair.
You can see individual hairs.
There's no way that old 35 millimeter film that you can pull up that far out and get this in and see individual hairs. I'm not buying it. It would have to be.
And then it's so blurry and softened, like just right next to it, and then you get a crisp, clear, and then softened. Like, nah, this is complete fucking bullshit.
MK Davis, but I do like the video.
Yes, I do like the video.
That's hard to argue with. I put this and
hidden
checked point by point with the photograph that I sent him, and there he added nothing.
The galaxy up here
took away nothing.
Seriously, it looks
he just
like some
tightened it up.
He tightened the hell.
He tightened up the graphics.
Fantastic.
Whoa, so if it is the guy, what? He's missing, his lips are fused together and also faded out?
Right? Where's the detail there all of a sudden?
None.
Yeah, he's X-Men Origins Deadpool.
Yes, exactly. Was it Sabretooth or something coming through?
Job it did. He did.
You do.
I did.
We do.
No one did.
We
Leave
might.
me alone.
We all do. See what the fuck is that?
This doesn't prove anything. I don't know what this is, like a blobfish or something.
I think you need to get that checked out. That might be precancerous, man.
Yeah. This part of the lips doesn't match up with this part of the nose.
None of that.
It
The
looks like a
nose
couple
looks
people
like it's
kissing or something. Like if you
Yeah.
like this looks
Okay,
like
what?
Spider-Man kissing Mary Jane if you turn your head sideways.
All right, yeah, you're reading way too into it. I think you sound a little sad and lonely or something. I don't know.
Ah, no, I'm not. I'm
What the
right.
fuck?
I don't
Seriously, I
like
can't
this.
figure out what we're looking at here.
I can't. Yeah, we've looked at it so long, it means nothing.
Look how
It needs to
prominent
zoom out. I'm feeling
the hair
uncomfortable.
behind the nose is.
It would be so uncomfortable.
Ugh. It's making me so uncomfortable.
And he also has 4 sets of lips, as you can see, and a mouth inside of his
He's
chin.
got a labia.
He better have at least one.
All right, now
Ew,
you're convincing me. This is whatever Bigfoot is. I don't want to meet it. If that's what his face looks like,
Man.
Is this a joke? You want to know how I got
Ew.
these scars? It's
God,
like,
how are we
Bigfoot.
still like on this? This is so gross. I'm so over it now.
This big video. Yeah. All right. Are you over it?
That looks like the picture of the ghost head.
So I'll get to the very end.
I mean, the
See if
whole
there's
thing is
any-
kind of like that shroud of fucking what is it?
Turin?
Yeah. Or like, oh no. Even better, that one painting that one lady tried to restore, and she just like ended up buffing everything.
Yeah. His head was like this, and she drew the face, and it was just like held up like this much.
Yeah, exactly. Holy
All right,
hell!
look, there's a few seconds left to this. Let's just finish it. I mean, say something, dude. MK Davis. All right, he's not gonna say anything. I will. Thank you so much, Vicious Tiger, Crouching Violent Monkey, for submitting this, the Unbelievers mailbag. And since this video and this is the mailbag, is also Bigfoot related. I received this box in the mail the other day. As you can see, the sticker says Psychic Bigfoot, and this is from my buddy Art Muffin on Instagram, who also sent me a special bottle of Psychic Bigfoot hot sauce with a trippy label.
You didn't tell me it's going to be a holographic sticker label.
This is the holographic Psychic Bigfoot hot sauce. Go check that out. Go check out my buddy Jeff at Silk City Hot Sauce. But also go check out Art Muffin on Instagram. He's the artist behind that. And Art also sent me a little booklet about Psychic Bigfoot that he did and a bunch of cool stickers. So I want to say thank you very much to Art for sending me that. Thanks, Jeff Levine.
Cute. That's so
for sending me all that cool stuff. How cool is that? Go, you guys got to go. Silk City Hot Sauce.
How's it taste? Did you taste it?
Our buddy Art Muffin sent me this because I told him I am done with my bottle. Like I finished it so quick. It's a habanero fig hot sauce, which is unbelievable. It's not too spicy, but the flavor is so good. I love it. It's my favorite hot sauce right now. Check it out. Silk City Hot Sauce. Our boys, people hooking us up, and friends of the show, big time friends of the show. So yeah. That's it for the Unbelievers mailbag.
The Unbelievers mailbag.
We play it again, right?
Mailbag.
Sure, why not?
Check your mailbox.
Hey, you got some new mail over here.
Sup, bitches? It's mail time.
Yeah, it's kind of a shorter version too. All right.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, I was ready for a beat to happen. And didn't.
Yeah, the mailbag. Yeah, I couldn't find that one, so we don't have that one.
Son of a bitch.
We've come towards the end, and I will read the credits soon. If you're watching the live stream, stick around after the credits. We might mess around. We might take a little break. We might do a little bit more. But before we go, I got to ask you, Nick Simons, do you have anything you would like to say or plug?
Check out the show 28 Days Haunted on Netflix. It's been up there for quite a while, but what's it going to hurt you to watch it if you can make it that far?
It might hurt your psyche. It might hurt your sense of stability and
it might knock you down a couple clicks watching it, but I'm on there. You can see me, and you can follow me anywhere internet's available at Big Nick Simons, which my name should pop up somewhere on there.
Yeah, I'm bad. I never put the name. I stopped putting the names up for some reason. But I can.
It's almost like we need a producer over here.
At Big Nick Simons. No, I thought it actually looked a little cleaner without the names. But this is at Big Nick Simons. Yeah, go check them out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you follow people around, stuff like that. And
the streets.
And check out 28 Days Haunted. Great
Follow
show. Nick, you are definitely the highlight of the show. You're the perfect antidote for whatever that show was. And we do love it.
Agreed.
Dre Amora. Dre, you got anything you want to say or plug?
I just want to say, if anyone out there is just times have been crazy, hang in there.
They have.
Everything gets better.
Dre's hanging up. And I'll plug, like I just showed you guys, Silk City Hot Sauce. Go get that Psychic Bigfoot hot sauce. Good stuff. And I want to plug a buddy of the show, Josh. He has a YouTube channel, Weird Cinema, where he just put out a great documentary on Italian cannibal films. If you have any interest in the genre of Italian cannibal films, go follow our friend Josh on Weird Cinema. If you were watching this episode, he made that opening montage of our show, that video version of the montage. He made that for the show. He makes a lot of great stuff for the show. Big time Unbeliever. So go follow Weird Cinema on YouTube and check out everything you ever want to know about Italian cannibal films.
So specific.
But it's a great video. Please go check it out. And that's it. The Unbelievers podcast host today were Drea Mora, Nick Simons, and me, Russ Ryan. Our producer and soundboard engineer is Rob Oakey. You can be with us tonight. You can join our Patreon by going to patreon.com/podcast for monthly bonus episodes and more. Follow us on Twitter at Unbelievers Pod and Instagram at Unbelievers Podcast. Our Facebook group is the Unbelievable Podcast Network. And check out our merch store at T Public. There's a link in the description of regular episodes, I'm assuming. Our music advisor is Pandora3373. Our official composer and theme song creator is Unbeliever Aaron, aka Aaron Schilb. Go follow him on Instagram at the Aaron Schilb. Our official graphic designer and card maker who designed our logo is Raymond Owell. Check out his work at Harley Warren Art on Twitter and HarleyWarren.com on the internet. Our official Guardian of the Bench is at Kraken Stacker. Our official Alien Bopper is Nunchuck Bop. Our official Reptilian at the post office is Postal Patty. Our official Extraterrestrial Woman still waiting for hashtag rubbing heads to trend is Crescent Moon. Our official Reverend Doctor of the podcast is Non-Newtonian Druid. Our official Big Island Friendly Paranormal Weatherman is Green Finhook. Our official Procrastinator is Jeffrey Hartneriff, JEF. Our official Baby Yoda publicist is Banzi. Our official Unbeliever listening between the stations for a message from Art Bell is Scott E. Our official Unbelievers raised in Pukwudgie is Joe Filler. Our official Madman is Unbeliever Adam. Our official Unbelievers time traveler is Taylor Nelson. I've never done this on video. Apologies. All right. God damn it. Our official ghost hunter is Amelia Childs. I have it. Our official ghost hunter is Amelia Childs of Ghost Hunting New England. And Hubie Halloween on Netflix. Our official senior European correspondent is Kay Mill of the I Don't Know podcast. Our official paranormal art curator is Isis Haynes. And our official Rod is Rod Beglio Bagimio, I believe. It's something like that. I never really get his name right. I can't help it. But wait. There's more. Oh my God. And our official Unbelievers in need of titles are Mike Henry, Todd X, Lid Vicious, Sandra Deborah Foles, Ramiro, Trash Baby, Adam Dworak, Retroid Josh. And this week's Unbeliever focus is all of you. Yes, it is all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of this, from hanging out with us during this. And I just want to say, not only does it warm my heart, but...
And as you can see, my rods are crossing.
Thank you. Good night.
Discontinue.
Stop song. You're not supposed to play again. I don't know how that works. All right.
It was amazing, but dang.
There we go. Look at that. That was like a real show, but live episode. And if you guys want to go take a break from it, if you guys want to hang around, we can watch a couple of little short things, but we're going to take a break real quick. I don't know what I'm going to put up here. Let's see.
Do you ever?
It's usually I don't want to put up that thing. So maybe I'll just actually take a breath for a second. I haven't checked out the chat
you probably
at all
should.
tonight. If you guys are in the chat, oh man, what is going on? Who's up here? I haven't checked the whole time. Look, I just want to say, yeah, rods. There were lots of rods tonight. We rodded it up. It was pretty unbelievable. Pretty good stuff. I like this case a lot. And thanks, Nick, man, for sticking around for all this. This was like, I kind of tricked you into being on a regular episode of the show. And I kind of tricked Drea as well, because you didn't know we were
It's
doing
true.
it like this.
It's true. You did.
Don't bother me.
It was like, I was like, no, it's just a live stream, you know? And you're like, well, you've got clips.
You fucking
and
bitch. Yeah,
clips and stuff. And you're tricking us into doing this. I picked a random quote and now I can't get it off there. All right, there we go. So If
Well, I mean,
anyone,
I need to go pee myself.
go pee.
I'm gonna go pee myself.
Go pee yourself real
Right.
quick. Nick, if you need to do anything real quick, I don't know. Because I'm cutting. I'm not cutting any of this out, but I got a story that I'm gonna put up for you, and I'm gonna ask you. This is very random, Nick. Have you been watching that new show Fallout? Do you know what I'm talking about? Fallout.
Yeah, I finished it already.
Did you watch it? It's a pretty cool show, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I liked it too. I don't play the game very much, but my wife does. And
Me either. I haven't played the game at all.
I watched my wife play the game, and it's fun. I tried a little bit. It takes a definite commitment. It's hard. It's hard for me to get into video games. I've gotten older, but I am very into the Mad Max video game from a few years ago. I'm very excited.
Right.
There's a new Mad Max coming out. If I never need to like take a break from doing this stuff, it is fun to just drive around the wasteland and just be alone with a hunchback guy on your car shooting at other cars. Fighting out there, fighting the good fight and stuff like that.
Is Emotion Joe in the video game? Once again, I am sending my war rig to gas town for gasoline.
He's not. The game's kind of a prequel to Fury Road, but well, yeah, I guess so. But you get to go to Gas Town at the end. All the players there. You don't get to fight a Morton Joe, unfortunately, but you get to fight all
Fury
this
Road was so awesome. I enjoyed that movie.
Oh, me too. I absolutely love it. I found at all places. You're in Iowa, Nick. We've talked about this. Do you have a lot of Ollies out your way? You know what Ollies is?
We just got one.
Did it take over an old Toys R Us? That's what ours did.
Yeah, I think it did.
It sucks that you walk into like the corpse of like the coolest store ever, a Toys R Us, and you're like, this is just a store full of shit.
There's just shit everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason. You could be walking down the aisle and see like a lawn chair, and there's a dented can of Bush's baked beans next to the lawn chair, and they're both for sale on the same shelf.
Oh yeah, it'll be April, and you'll see like last year's Halloween churro Pop-Tarts, and you're like, I've been wanting those again. Oh, thank you, Ollie's. I'm gonna guess these last.
That's a shit hot deal right there.
It is, but they had actually like a Fury Road graphic novel that kind of tells the story of a Morton Joe and Furiosa and all those characters before Fury Road. That was like for like a nickel. Like it's Ollie's, so it's like the cheapest shit ever. But I was like, I'll take that. All right, cool. I always end up leaving with like a good $10 of shit from Ollie's, which is like it's like striking gold. You get so much crap from that place.
Shit you don't need that you end up either throwing away or donating.
So I'm going to play this since Drea popped out for a second, but in Fury Road, not in Fury Road. I'm getting totally, in the show, Fallout we were talking about. So do you remember a quick reference that iguana bits were mentioned as a food source?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember iguana? Somehow iguana is like, and as soon as I saw it, because I watched the research, I said, iguana, I've heard of someone eating iguana before. And that person is none other than constant subject of the show, Joshua P. Warren. And here he is in his Puerto Rico days in a video titled Eating an Iguana.
Yeah. Okay, you can go ahead and start recording.
It's going.
All right, I'm Joshua P. Warren. I'm here.
You can tell from the hat.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, he's got the accent there. Puerto Rico.
Kitchen of my friend Ita. And for years, I've heard the stories, I've heard the rumors about people who eat iguanas here in Puerto Rico. And I've been dying to try out this rare delicacy, but it's been difficult to be at the right place at the right time to take advantage of an iguana on the menu.
I gotta say, I don't have a lot of life goals, but one of them will never be, I really got to get an iguana in my mouth. It's like never, absolutely never.
You're not going to shove a small child out of the way for iguana?
I can't imagine even entering my, and this is pre-Fallout. Maybe an older version of Fallout is like, oh, people are eating iguana. This dude is really like, he's like, I'm finally in somebody's house where there must not be a lot of doors because the crickets are loud as shit. It sounds like he's indoors in this video. Maybe it's just a bunch of bugs.
Maybe the exterior walls are mosquito net.
The whole the place is just filling with insects from like fucking dead iguanas that are all lining in the back porch. But he's excited. He's gonna eat an iguana, and we get to watch him put it in his mouth at one point. No spoilers, but spoilers.
Well, tonight's my lucky night. Here
ours,
I have
ours too.
A nice little bowl full of iguana.
Okay, this is what a bowl of iguana looks like. I don't know what that
looks
little
fucking delicious. That's what that looks like.
Yeah,
It looks like
making
curry.
you hungry. Making you hungry?
Yeah, actually, it is.
All right. Well, he's got a bowl, so he's on brand for this. Here we go.
And I'm going to finally get to try out this rare tropical delicacy.
Oh God, I'm gonna puke watching him smell it. It probably. I watch his face. He's probably like, "Oh boy, I've already started filming."
You know that sauce has got to be good.
You think so? You think
Yeah.
Puerto Rican iguana's killing it? All right.
Why wouldn't it? Have you had Puerto Rican food? You think they're gonna skimp on their sauce just because it's iguana? Just because it's a weird like vessel for you?
Skimping on the sauce. Don't
The fucking sauce is gonna be bomb. You know it.
Don't put any sauce on it. It's iguana. We want it to taste horrible.
Well, it's hard. It's
You
yeah, I
wanna.
know. I'm not wasting my psychic Bigfoot sauce on it, but the only way to really judge
Wait,
this is
wow, you're being so mean about. It's just a different animal.
you're right, but I don't. They seem like when you do the list of animals you eat and the list of animals you don't eat.
Okay, well, have you ever
Iguanas,
had? Would you have
I want to
snake?
try hamster. Yeah, I think I actually have tried snake.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if you're gonna have eel, then you can have snake, and if you can
mean-
have snake, you can have another reptile. Like
Russ, aren't
your
you
own
in
limitations, man.
Louisiana?
I am. I've had gator and gator sausage. Like, yes, I've had. All
There you
right.
go. Gator's delicious.
Yeah. What
You're right.
about crawfish?
Iguana's not going to murder you, though. All right.
I mean, they could.
You probably eat crawfish, and you're
I love
squeaming about
Russ,
iguana.
is a chicken or a cow gonna murder you? Have
A cow
have
might.
fucking crawfish tried to murder you?
No. All right. You're turning me all around. Now I'm getting excited. Now I'm going to go. I'm going to the pet store tomorrow, and we're going to try it live on stream. God damn it.
We're doing it live.
Just
Okay.
pull
Well,
its tail off; it'll grow back.
we're eating it live. Like, I want to. Yeah.
See, now that's
all
what
right.
I call a sustainable harvest.
That's right. And you get me. Oh God. Now I'm getting all distracted. I'm like trying to find the mouth face guy because while he eats it, I want to. This guy. Iguana time. Yeah, we're
Hey,
doing
it smells
it.
pretty good. It actually smells a little bit like just beef and stew, frankly.
See?
It smells like beef and broccoli.
I'm gonna
You
go
said
like
beef
caveman
and
There's no
use
broccoli.
my
It's actually the
fingers.
iguana that smells like broccoli, but yeah. I don't know.
He's going for it. He's doing it. It's going to his face. All right.
Here's a nice little chunk of iguana meat.
Ugh, less mouth sounds, please.
That is surprisingly tasty.
Pretty actually good. Right? He's like, I really thought I was gonna puke on this video. When I heard I was gonna eat iguana, nope, surprisingly tasty. All
See,
right,
when
I
he's
am.
just being a normal ass person, he's not so bad.
No,
They
no, no.
have Act 2 microwave popcorn in Puerto Rico.
I was noticing that too.
You thought they were still on Act 1, like they hadn't gotten to.
Yeah.
This was a few years
Yeah.
ago. Granted, this was probably a decade ago. It's an older video.
Yeah,
anyways.
no, you can tell.
Come
by his
on down
face.
and get
He
you
looks-
some opening
listen to him.
credits microwave popcorn.
Chew it up. We love it.
I had no idea it was going to be this good. I mean, it tastes like a very well seasoned beef or
Iguana.
roast or something like that.
Could you turn the camera off? I'm just gonna devour this.
Wow,
No, he's like, zoom in. I'm going to devour this.
this is actually surprising. I had no idea that a reptile running around this island
He's got a whole ass fork there.
would taste
Come on.
this good.
There is a fork in the bowl. You were right. It's sticking.
I guess he forgot about it.
You can
Once
taste
you
it
start with your
Act
fingers.
3 popcorn.
Once you already started eating with your
Act
fingers,
three.
it's a little too late. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess somebody give that man a tortilla at least.
Right. He's in Puerto
Oh my
Rico.
God,
You
iguana
think he-
tacos.
I know.
Sounds good.
I'm kind of getting hungry too.
It's
Fried
a very
plantain and iguana.
delicate, tender meat. I mean, it kind of reminds me of veal in a way.
Okay, no, I don't want this being.
Found
all
an
right.
iguana bone.
Oops,
Oh, no.
that was his eyeball. Let me take that out of my mouth real quick. I'm
You
not-
played a
Oh, it's one
Spider-Man
of the
meat.
spikes
How'd
off the
that get
back.
in there?
Ew.
What are those spicy peppercorns? Got let me take that out real
Yeah.
quick. Oops.
Yeah.
Like, look at,
Oh,
I
God,
can eat all
heart
the
shape
iguana
of
in the
bones.
world, but the peppercorns, no.
Eat the bone, you pussy. Come on.
It was
I
one
actually
of the
like this.
fingernails.
That looks like a wing. Like, I didn't know iguanas. Like, what is this? Like, iguana thigh?
Iguana wings.
Probably
They went
that's a
to
thigh.
Honey chipotle sauce.
yeah, that's what you get at Hooters in Puerto Rico.
Los Hooters.
Yeah.
Guanis. I don't know what they would call it out there. All right. Love that iguana from Guanis.
It definitely has more of a beefy flavor than a chicken flavor. I mean, you always hear about people saying, "Oh, this tastes like chicken, that tastes like chicken." This tastes more beefy than like poultry.
He's looking like he's starting to look like he's getting sick, like he's starting to sweat.
No, are you kidding? He's like, it's almost like he can't get enough. He seems really hungry. Like, all right.
Settle
You
down,
lost
Pete.
He's
that
gonna
at
get
an
seconds.
amazing spot.
Settle
He's
down,
blown
Pete.
on it. It's too hot.
I hate to admit,
He's definitely gonna get seconds.
I think I have a shirt that is almost identical to this thing. I'll let the video play. Actually, going to take a peek real quick.
Oh, you could make an excellent stew with this.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that there's a company here in Puerto Rico that's selling iguanas to Asia.
Retired.
To the restaurant market. And now I can understand why. I can definitely see why. I can understand why this would be a delicacy.
It's so delicate.
Just gotta mind the bones.
Put them aside for later for your rituals that you're gonna do. Like he'll probably make some kind of wand or something like the iguana wand. Iguana wand. There's some alliteration there you can work with.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bother because then he will actually hear us and he will take that idea for himself. So no, I don't need to help him out anymore. I just wish he didn't go into like such a fake persona. Like I said, like when he's just being a normal person, he's not so annoying. He's just a normal dude, just chilling. But no, had to be all fake and gross and make all kinds of terrible money making schemes. And what if I
love it.
told you?
The most normal bit to you is him eating an iguana.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
that like
Isn't that sad?
Only been prompted because of the Fallout TV show. That's what we were talking about when you weren't on here.
He's a normal guy, just like you and me.
He just like me, eating a bowl of iguana. You know, like we
Rico.
all do, winding down after a day of work.
Yeah, I don't like when you're weird. I like when you're being normal and eating an iguana. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
what's to say about him?
It's almost done.
Thing to look forward to in life. Every time an iguana's around, I'm gonna get hungry now. I never thought I'd feel that way.
Ew.
All right.
I guess I got more bones.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go puke now. Thank you very much for that.
Wow. Well, now I'm really hungry.
I know. I'm getting hungry too. Do
thinking
you
it's
guys
like a
want to hang
choke out of
out
this
and,
house.
and watch any? I've got one more kind of thing. I'm actually gonna put this on for you to discuss real quick. I gotta jump off for one second, but I will come here. So this is a local case that I wanted to watch you. And we've already hit 2 hours. Wow, thank Nick for hanging out. This is a quick little news story that I want to play. It is a Louisiana-based story that I almost want to say.
A lot of activity over here.
I almost want to say send Jeremy Leonard the link because this would be perfect. I do miss the guy. I know he hasn't.
Didn't we watch this?
We watched this on the bonus episode.
Okay.
That not a lot of people saw, but this is our live stream. So this is a local case here, Nick, where, as you can see, this is a haunting in a Louisiana courthouse in Opelousas. It was not very far from me, not very far from Jeremy as well. This is a courthouse haunting with toilets. I'm gonna let this thing play. I will be here by the time
with toilets.
I'm letting this thing play because I will be right back. Here, watch this.
There's been a lot of activity over
This
here.
is a treat. We're gonna get to watch something without him hitting pause every 5 seconds.
I'm seeing it myself.
Yeah.
Bellard says he's heard reports of paranormal activity for several years, but has now seen it firsthand since renovations at the courthouse began, with the most recent activity taking place in rooms that will soon be redone or are in the process of remodeling. Activity includes pipes that have been intact since the 1930s suddenly breaking, out-of-commission elevator motors suddenly
Since the
activating,
30s suddenly
and reports of
breaking?
staff hearing a judge's gavel in the courtroom when the room is vacant.
Oh, no.
Then last week we had a flood up on 206, where 2
flood.
floors above me now. It flooded that room, the clerk of court's offices. from one end to the other. No rhyme or reason of why it did it, and we've got plumbers over here to come look at it, and they ran cameras through all the lines, and nothing. There's nothing that could happen, nothing that made any sense.
With an unexplainable flood, it became even more alarming when Bellard was made aware that the room was originally the location of the jail toilets before the parish jail was built, even hearing from others that the smell was identical.
The third floor jail, those
Smells
inmates,
like
they
a
stuff
toilet
things
up
down the
there.
toilet and they overflow the toilets on purpose.
toilet.
They do it across the street right now on a normal basis. He said, Jesse, when I walked into that room, he said, it reminded me of back in the 80s whenever that smell was there.
With Bellard now witnessing these events, he and other witnesses now question what is really happening inside the walls of the parish courthouse.
It was so bad where the trustee says, Mr. Jesse, if you don't mind, can we go back to jail? So we don't know we don't have an explanation yet as to why it did what it did. There's nothing. So we're hoping to find out more, but we haven't.
As the search for answers continues, the team of paranormal investigators visited the courthouse and reported large amounts of activity, but there's no plan on how to deal with it.
And they never name the team, which bugs me a lot about this story. There's nobody getting hung or anything, but yeah. Old inmate toilet ghosts are haunting a courthouse very close to me. And I have not had the time. I have not had the time to get here. It is so close to me. I just discovered the story last week. I am going to try to go here and film here and do something here. So I'm letting anybody go in. I want to be in.
In St. Leger Parish, I'm Zane Hogue for KLFY News 10.
Thank you, Zane Ho.
All right, then. Yeah.
For that riveting report. We love it. So what do you think, Nick? Man, if this was in your neck of the woods, you'd be checking this out. Yeah. I know you've done courthouse investigations, haven't you?
I'd definitely go check it out. I mean, that piece of rain gutter that fell off the ceiling, I was on the edge.
Riveting.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you.
These are great locals. Look, I was so surprised to find this as like a national ghost news story, but I was like, wait, St. Leger. I'm like, that's right here. And Jeremy, where are you hiding? You got maybe one night we'll have to send him the link, Nick. Get him on here and talk about this. Get him out there. That would be a lot of fun to have him as part of this. Great dude. I love his stuff. So oh man, I feel like that was a little dry. We got to close on something. We got to close on something really stupid.
Of course, it was dry because we've already covered it before. So
well, yeah, a lot of people haven't seen that. I wanted to show. Yeah, go take one real quick. Go take one. I'll find something.
I'm good. I was talking on like as you.
Oh, as me.
When
yeah,
you
right.
Go take a little tea break. Like
no, it
yeah,
wasn't. It wasn't.
You're gonna need to end on something different.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's you know what. I'm going to close that. We did a fun episode. We've been doing this for 2 hours, Nick. I know we're taking a lot of your time. Thanks a lot for being on. This is a lot of fun. I'm sorry that I promised that I'd get you on to watch a bunch of goofy stuff, and then we just watch all of one thing.
You did a fucking bait and switch, didn't you?
Yeah.
You bastard.
You were a scallion.
I'm sorry.
You bitch.
I'm sorry. And this is from earlier. Sorry. I saw Crescent. Is he going to ejaculate in that bowl? Hopefully not. That was the iguana bowl I think you were referencing. I want to thank everyone for hanging out in the chat and being in there. And someone asks, Crescent also asks, is that a head? I got lots of heads. I don't know what head you're talking about. If you're talking about this one, that's definitely a head. Yeah, that is a head. And thank you so much, everyone, for hanging around tonight. And I don't have any kind of like cool ending video, I don't think. So we're just going to go out on something. We gotta have something to get out of here with, huh? And I don't know, Dre, I'll let you pick. You want to get out on one of the Paranormal Song Warriors or Hot Dog Dick or
the fuck is Hot Dog Dick?
It's that old Phil Schneider rap song. You remember that?
Oh, let's do that.
All right, let's do that. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and we're gonna get out of here. And we'll be back soon. Go answer the poll for this weird live episode. And Nick, thank you so much again. And I will bug you and send you a link every time we go live. So thank you so much. And not you. Thank you for everybody. And we're gonna get out with a song.
Yeah, thank you for everybody.
Thank you for something. You need to pick up your mouth. You need to pick up your brain and read a book.
The year was 1979. I was young back then and had plenty of time. Was an engineer for the government. Top secret project.
The fuck happened?
He got out
all
together.
Russeline, what have you done? Rustina, get back in here.
I'm here. What happened?
I don't know. You were gone.
I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't?
Then I saw special forces get evaporated. It was looking grim. The gray aliens killed right around all 60 men. I wasn't one of them. Somehow I lived, even though they
me up like a fish.
So I couldn't run, but I couldn't.
All right, I don't know what that was.
Couldn't fight. They blew off my fingers. I owe my life to the clean.
I couldn't fight. They blew off my penis.
My name is Phil Schneider. I'm a survivor. The Dulce Wars. Listen, I'm not a liar. I only speak truth. I am not wrong, and my dick is split in half like a hot dog. When they